Everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Down. Strap season. I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the ball. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a peace, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up.
If I let my dogs off the leash, they you might want to get out of Dodge while they eat me. Honestly, think it's not the blood in the beef. If they don't leave anything behind after eating.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a... When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they want to call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God five, I'm the kingpin.
Good night. Good week. Well, I can't say it's a good weekend of boxing, but I mean, it was solid. You know what I'm saying? Because he had Kasinkow. You know, I think he made the night showing all the heart that he had, man. I mean, that was really a rocky moment right there, watching that young man fight his heart out. So let me holler at my people. What's going on, Yolanda? I see you out there. Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Queen? H1 Hoop Zone in the building with the winning team. What's going on? And Crush the Legend. The winning team is in here heavy. What's going on, y'all? What's happening, fellas? Yes, sir. PGH Big Dog in the building. Yes, sir. Go Flow. What's happening? And Philly Bull 91. What's going on, brother? Yes, sir. Yeah, I know it's been a long time, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, your boy out here chasing this money. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got to do it myself. Y'all know how we do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to get off the mic, go out here and get it. And, you know what I'm saying, I'm real people, so, you know, that's going to happen. But, yeah, man, I like this weekend, you know what I'm saying, I went live this weekend, and, man, look here. I mean, I was disappointed as hell, man. I was disappointed as hell, bro, because I just knew Stevenson was going to be like a signature fight for him. You know what I'm saying, because Del Santos, man, he's one of those opponents that you need to, like, really, you know what I'm saying, validate you. You know what I'm saying, your name and everything in boxing. And, you know, I've seen him fight enough to know that he got power and he's fast. And you always want to see your special fighters or guys you think that are great, like Jerome Boots Ennis, people, you know what I'm saying, come up against another athletic fighter. somebody who, you know what I'm saying, got power, somebody who got speed, somebody who can move, somebody who got a high boxing IQ, and you want to see if they're really special, like when Floyd went against Zab Judah, right? You know what I'm saying? These was two athletic fighters, two guys who can move, two guys who, you know what I'm saying, got kind of the same ability, you know what I'm saying? And I think this was that fight for Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Del Santos is as athletic or a better boxer than Stevenson, but I do think he has, you know, what it takes to hurt Stevenson and give him a lot of trouble. And Stevenson, he went in there, he just stunk up the joint, man. I mean, I just couldn't believe this shit, man. I was like, bro, you know, for one thing, Stevenson, his problem is he's always talking so much shit, man, before the fight, you know, and he's always down in like Devin Haney or Tank, talking shit to Tank, or, you know what I'm saying, even though I think he respect Tanks more because of the power and the stardom. And, you know what I'm saying, but Devin, man, he just be going in on his fights. And I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying, when you step up in competition, as we all know here, when you step up in competition, that shit different. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to make the adjustments, but you're gonna have to look good doing it. You know, we seen Emmanuel Augustus, what he did with Floyd Mayweather. Emmanuel Augustus was nobody when Floyd was coming up. I mean, he was somebody, he was a solid fighter, but he had so much experience, and he was better than advertised, right? And, you know, but Floyd was still coming up, right? And this dude gave Floyd everything he could handle, but Floyd got in the paint and beat him down. You see what I'm saying? This is what we need to see from Shakur Stevenson. But this fight here, it exposed about Stevenson is that he don't like to fight. And he, you know, I'm sure it's in him somewhere deep inside, deep inside. I'm sure it's somewhere up in there, you know what I'm saying, where he can fight. But see, he looked like he's going to be one of them type of dudes that if he see where, you know, you can crack, if he see where you got speed, if he see where, you know, he's not comfortable, you can make him uncomfortable, he's not going to engage you, man. He's not going to try to dominate you, you know what I'm saying, in a fashion where he's going to try to knock you out, or where he's just going to go in there and just hold his ground and go for what you know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do that to become a great fighter. You know, you're not going to be, you know, unless you like Roy Jones Jr., where you got power and you can lay somebody down, you know what I'm saying, from the outside, you know what I'm saying? So Stevenson don't have that kind of power. You know, he's kind of like Devin Haney, he's just sharper. And I think he's sharper than Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Devin Haney take more risks. You know, you saw Devin Haney in the Jorge Linares fight. He was walking Jorge Linares down. And he got clipped for it, but it was a beautiful thing because you saw his heart. You saw what he was willing to do. And, you know, so I think Stevenson, he needs to learn when to pick his fights, when to fight, you know what I'm saying, and stop all that, you know, skipping across the ring. Because, man, Del Santos, man, as soon as he flinched, man, I mean, he was halfway across the ring, bro. And then he jumped back in the man's face like he was going to do something. And he just stood there, just waiting, you know, doing the counterpunching thing, trying to flinch and do all these different, you know, movements, trying to get Del Santos to, you know, get out of position, and he wouldn't do it. And so it became a boring fight because, you know, Stevenson don't like to lead. You know, he don't like to lead. He like to counterpunch you and use his speed and reflexes and lay back and, you know what I'm saying, and move around the ring and keep that distance, you know. That's boring, bro. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, I love boxers. Don't get me wrong. But you got to be able to mix it up if you're going to become a pay-per-view star. And what's killing me about Top Rank, they got a lot of big mouth people, but they, you know, they don't want to mix it up. They don't want to mix it up. They don't want to engage. They, you know, they want to use their God gifts, you know what I'm saying, to stay on the outside and look pretty and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's not going to work in boxing. You got to get a little bloody. You got to take a couple of lumps. And it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not saying that this man got to go in there and get killed. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying, if you're gonna become a pay-per-view attraction, if you don't have no power, you're gonna have to take some risk. You know, I mean, he's a good kid, you know what I'm saying? He got incredible skills, but from what I've seen, it takes more than just that to become a star in boxing. And I think he got what it takes as far as skill wise, but he's going to have to come with that other part. He's going to have to come with the offense, and he's going to have to come with the heart. You know what I'm saying? He's going to have, like Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? That was another one who fought a lot of guys that, you know what I'm saying, that knocked him down, that could beat him. You know what I'm saying? But he showed his heart, you know what I'm saying, by going in there and trying to go for the knockout. He didn't know if he could win or not. But, now Stevenson is breaking into that level of where he's got to fight guys that's stepping up, that's really good, that's got high boxing IQs, guys who are not going to get discouraged because you're faster. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to get discouraged because you got a high level of a high boxing IQ, because they think they're just as good too, right? And I thought this was the perfect fight for Stevenson to showcase his skills. And man, I was like, what am I looking at here, man? I was like, what the hell am I looking at? And people talking about a bad performance. Bro, that man had all the advantages. You know what I'm saying? You could see the speed. You could see the foot speed. All he had to do was use it. You know what I'm saying? All that tap stuff and, you know what I'm saying, jumping back and, you know what I'm saying, then coming in the man's face and jumping back again. I was just like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing? That was just showing you his nature, right? His nature is not to fight. But I'm just trying to figure out at what point will Stevenson will it hit him like, hey man, I got to go to this guy. You know what I'm saying? I got to push him back. Well, De Santos, he was playing the game too. He's playing the counter-punching game too. He's like, look, I'm not going to be the one that take the risk and have you, you know what I'm saying, having me missing pay. You know what I'm saying? Because Stevenson can do that shit all night long if you want to play that game. You know what I'm saying? He's comfortable in that role. You know what I'm saying? He's being trained by Terrence Crawford. But see, Crawford is different because he got those extra long arms where he can reach you and you can't reach him. And, he's got power too. So there's a difference between, and Floyd, you know what I'm saying, was different too. You know what I'm saying? Because Floyd, he's short. He don't have, I think he got like a 72-inch reach. You know what I'm saying? So his reach, it's different. They got different advantages. And Stevenson gonna have to find his lane. You know what I'm saying? He can't just live off that defense shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit gets old. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they be missing him by a mile. He don't even come in range, bro. So it's almost like with round one repeat. You know what I'm saying? Rinse and watch the same thing over and over again, man. What you said was it? Les Rose said. He said, Les Rose says, that's right. He says, bro. He said, Shakur talked too much. Yeah, but it's one. You know what I'm saying? And the cool thing is, boxing fans don't mind you talking trash, but if you're gonna talk big trash, that means you finna back it up. That means you finna come in there and then you finna tear a hole in somebody. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna tear a hole in somebody's ass. That's what it sounds like, because he was all in that man's face like two dogs. They're like two dogs or something. Like he was all over that man, like talking shit. Like I was like, oh, okay, all right. I was saying my man Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? He done let his balls drop. You know what I'm saying? His balls done drop. And we're about to see, you know what I'm saying, a new Stevenson, you know what I'm saying, gonna come in there, put a little bit more aggression. Because I think what was one of those fights where he started showing a little bit more offense, because the critics were all over Stevenson, you know what I'm saying, saying that, you know what I'm saying, he's too defensive. And he showed some offense. I mean, when he beat Herring, he was beating Herring ass, man, but he's an old man, But when you come across, you know what I'm saying, somebody like a Del Santos, you know what I'm saying, somebody who's a quality, solid, he would have got so much if he would have went out there and he would have put them hands and feet on. What's going on, Just Do Boxing in the building? What's going on, my brother? What's going on, Master Khalid in the building, boy? My 300 coming through. God dang it. But if he would have went out there and he would have put hands and feet on De Santos, he would have been elevated. I think because De Santos gets a lot of respect, man. That dude can really fight. And you can see it in the ring. You can see he counter punches super lightning fast. Power. He knows how to hit you, man. I mean, the dude has a high boxing IQ. He would have got so much credit for beating this guy, and you wouldn't have never put him in the category, you know what I'm saying, of somebody, you know what I'm saying, having a light touch. you know what I'm saying, for a championship. Because I think this is his third division, right? Where I think he got the WBC, right? But you want to see him earn it. You don't want to see him go out there and get an easy victory. You know, we don't seen too many fights like this, where it's one-sided and there's no action. You know, and if you're gonna put yourself out there and you want to be one of the best, you're gonna have to be like Tank. You know, Tank goes out there, you know, figures you out, and he goes out there and puts some damage on you. And yeah, God blessed him with a goddamn shotgun, you know, for strength and arms and knockout power. But he's exciting to watch, no matter who he fights. You know what I'm saying? It was like Tyson. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know half the opponents that Tyson fought, but you knew Tyson was gonna go out there and knock somebody out. He was gonna put some damage. You know you was gonna see some knees wobbling. You know you're gonna see some sweat flying off the head, and you know you was gonna see a knockout. And that's why people love Tank, man, because his fights are exciting, no matter who he fights. So Stevenson, you know, he's an outboxer. So and Devin, so they're gonna have to do a little bit more. They're gonna have to take a little bit more risk in the ring to get that notoriety. You know what I'm saying, that Tank gets, you know what I'm saying? So, and they're going to have to be dominant. And I always go back to Floyd because he had a mixture of both. You know, the Floyd at 130, 135, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker was a beast, man. He was knocking mugs out, right? And his speed and his agility, I mean, all of it, he was looking like Spider-Man in the ring, right? So Stevenson got that same kind of, he's got that same kind of abilities. He's just not you. He don't have the power Floyd had at that weight, but you know what I'm saying. He you can see it. All he need to do is pull the trigger, but he don't like to fight. And you can see Floyd loves to fight. You know, he loves to fight. You know what I'm saying. When he was a young man, and he beat Angel Manfredi, he beat the shit out of Angel Manfredi, and that was one of my. I used to love Angel Manfredi. And I know a lot of y'all say I'm showing my age right now, but he went out there, man. I'm talking about he made him look like an amateur. He made a lot of guys coming up. I mean, what was his name? Hernandez. I think that was his first championship fight, and he went out there and dogged them. And these were step-up fights, right? And you know, I want to see Shakur have that same kind of dominance. And I know everybody can't beat Floyd, but I'm looking at his abilities. I'm looking at Shakur Stevenson's speed. I'm looking at his foot speed. I'm looking at the way he snaps the jab and his combination ability. That boy got a lot of gifts, man. You know what I'm saying? For him to be, you know, falling back like this, you know, there's no reason for it. It's a mental block. You know, it's a mental block. And I think he felt that power of Santos, and he just took another route. He took another route. He said, no, you know, this dude may knock me out, or, you know what I'm saying, but I don't know why, because he don't never come in the range. So, you know what I'm saying? So there's no chance of him getting knocked out. You got to come inside, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the body. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just some of the shit he was doing, I was just like, bro, this is worse than amateur boxing. I mean, and he just stood there. And sometimes the action, half the time went by in the ring. He just waiting for this guy to throw a punch, and then Del Santos would throw the same, you know, the same little jab, little mid-range jab, and you know what I'm saying. And it was just it went like that the whole night. And I'm like, bro, you know, you're supposed to be the future of boxing. Somebody got to tell him, and you know, he got Terrence Crawford there. You know, Terrence Crawford probably telling him, man, screw that, just do you, and he's probably giving them that kind of advice, because you know you can't really critique these young guys anymore, because everybody's a hater now. You know, everybody's a hater. You know, go out there, get the victory, and look good during the next one. But bro, that was your opponent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna go as a win. You know, on your resume, but man, look how you won, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, I mean, you cheat. I mean, your fan base, you're gonna have people that love you, you're gonna have people that dislike you, right? But if you keep fighting like that, bro, even your fan base is gonna be looking at you sideways, bro. You cannot fight every fight like that, you know. And I just want to see Stevenson evolve you know what I'm saying, as a fighter. I want to see him, you know what I'm saying, really get in there, you know, get into his manhood and like, you know what I'm saying, like really dig deep, you know what I'm saying, and get in there and go on the inside and fight, or just stand his ground, you know, sometimes and fight. And I think he would probably even get some knockouts if he did stand his ground and he did commit to his punches, you know what I'm saying. You know, I think he would get some knockouts, you know. What's going on? What's going to Just Do in the building? He says, Cooking with Frank said, these dudes are not real champions. He said they're trying to be Floyd and not take risks. Why ain't he said we ain't buying it. He said keep fighting on keep fighting on Thursday. But see, that's my thing, Cooking with Frank. Floyd did take chances though. I mean, later I think people all they remember the old they remember the old Floyd. You know, the Floyd that got older, the guy who, you know, was using all his boxing skills and using his experience. We'll go back and watch the early fights. You know what I'm saying? Floyd took all kind of risks. He had busted lips, you know, busted nose, face. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he fought some battles, bro. And you know, I think he tries to give some of that advice to some of the young people. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't battle it out like that your whole career. You do have to have, you know what I'm saying, some defense in your game, or, you know, you could burn out, you know what I'm saying. Maybe that's what's going on with Errol Spence Jr., you know what I'm saying, because he is so physical in his fighting style. He has that breakdown, you know what I'm saying, but he'll take a punch. He take punches, you know what I'm saying, you know, and he's fighting. If you continually fight the best competition, you know what I'm saying, that will wear you down. And you never know when a boxer expiration date is, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I mean, you know, this sport is kind of brutal, you know what I'm saying? You're taking punches to the neck, to the head, you know what I'm saying? You have all kind of issues as you get older, and it shows up, you know, like in your 30s, you know, football players, and you start to wear down your reaction time and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, much as we like these guys, they got a short window, you know what I'm saying, to get it in, right? And I just don't want, you know, I think Stevenson is 26 years old. And right now, you know what I'm saying, look at Tank, you know what I'm saying, I think he's like 28. I think Tank is 28. But he's, you know, he's better off in he's higher in his career to me than Shakur. Shakur have a few more accolades, but Tank is the more exciting and developed fighter, you know what I'm saying, as far as his style, mastering his own style and the way he fight. I don't think nobody want to see that kind of style that Shakur got, and he's gonna have to like really figure it out. And he said he was gonna go back to the drawing board, right? And I think that's something. I think that's a good thing, and really work on that offense. But what really kind of disturbed me was how, you know, he's kind of trying to play this villain role, you know what I'm saying, and he's not good enough to get that kind of Floyd Mayweather hate. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, he was talking about, what he was saying? He said, y'all can't break me. Like, bro, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't break me. Bro, you stunk up the joint. You got to own that. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to come back. You know, I'm going to do better. You know what I'm saying? But you talk a lot of shit. You know, and if you talk a lot of shit, people are going to hold you to it. You know? People are going to hold you to it because, you know, we the fans that watch this shit every day. And we know what you fight like. You fight just like that. And, you know, you've been fighting a lesser grade of guys who can't really deal with your athletic ability. Now, when you fight another guy who has athletic ability, you got to shine. You know what I'm saying? Because now people are looking at you like, okay, so you'll shine on those C-level dudes or B-level dudes, you know what I'm saying? But when you get somebody who's, you know, stepping up and somebody who could wear a belt around their waist, now you cautious. Now you don't look so, you know, you don't look like the next up and coming, you know what I'm saying? You look, you know what I'm saying, you look ordinary, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I kind of feel like that happened, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you're a defensive fighter like that, man, it's like you got to, you know what I'm saying, you got to make the adjustment in your head and say, no, man, I got to do something different. You know what I'm saying? Let me take it to. I think if Shakur would have really stood his ground some, I think he would have had Del Santos in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because they got into a rhythm of going back and forth and just touching each other, and that's how the fight went, man. They got into that rhythm, and they hey man, hey, you know, they made an agreement, like, man, I'm just gonna lunge at you a couple of times, you know what I'm saying? And then the last round, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to like really acting like he dominating the damn fight. I thought that was rich. I was like, oh my God, man. I said, what's wrong with this guy, man? I mean, who is mentoring? Is Terrence Crawford really mentoring this guy? You know what I'm saying? But I know you can only show, you can, how they say it, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. And I know it's kind of like that because Crawford got that hood in him. And I know Stevenson, I think he's from some Puerto Rican hood or something like that there, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? But them Puerto Ricans, they can get down now. Don't get me wrong now. Those Puerto Ricans, it's a lot of tough ass Puerto Ricans, you know, that can, you know, Cotto and, you know, it's a lot of good Puerto Ricans, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? Damn, can't even remember shit. But y'all know it's a lot of good Puerto Ricans that came out of Mexico. I mean, came out of Puerto Rico. But he's got to dig down deep. And he's gonna have to get into the fray. He's gonna have to like really start mixing it up. Instead of staying on the outside. And I think he's kind of caught in a trap because he really want to be known for not getting hit and shit like that. So, but that shit gets old. You know what I'm saying? That shit has gotten old. Let's see. He says, Cooking with Frank says, I want to see Shakur get knocked out cold after that and wake up crying. You know what I'm saying? You know, that boy smiled. That boy be ear to ear with that smile, don't he? I was like, you know, he definitely got the package, the marketing package to become a star. He just need to, you know, mix in that offense, man. He get that offense going, and I think he'll be all right, you know. But that was kind of bad, man. Saturday, I was just, man, I was just speechless on that shit, man. I was just like, what the hell? What the hell, Shakur? What's going on, Coach?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Just talking a little boxing, man. What did you think about that fight Saturday, bro?
Where you want me to start at?
Wherever you want, man, because it wasn't shit happening.
Nah, it wasn't, man. It was a disappointment. You know, Shakur, to be honest, I don't say I dislike him. He's not one of my favorite fighters, but I don't despise him either. You know,
right.
To me, his personality is a turnoff to me. He's more like he's a bully. He's like one of the little bad. You ever been in school? He just had one of the little bad kids. That what he reminds me of. You know, one of them little bad kid got his hat turned to the side and always talking back and just won't do what the teacher says. That's kind of what he reminds me of. I'm not sure that's his personality, but that's the vibe that I get from him.
Yeah, it's like, how much of it is he doing it just for, you know, a facade, or how much, you know, saying to sell itself, or how much of it is really him? Because, you know, I've been listening to Tank, and, you know, Tank saying he's, you know, kind of a snake, and Devin, you know what I'm saying, now saying he's kind of a snake. And, you know, really none of that matters, but it's just like, you know, you kind of want your top boxers to have good character, you know what I'm saying? And that way you can like really support them, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, that little good boy image is kind of like a little bit of that's fading off, and he's becoming into the man. He's 26 years old now, so he should be sitting on his damn punches. He should be fighting in the ring. But continue. What you thought about everything you saw in the fight?
With the fight, I think Shakur, you know, he didn't press the action. To me, he looked like a cat in a room full of rocking chairs. That way he looked like to me in that fight, man. I mean, I was waiting for him to, you know, first round, second round, third round, okay. I figured about a fourth, fifth round, he should start cooking, and he never did. He never did. He had a lot of opportunities to take certain shots. He didn't. He evaded. I mean, he was. Man, I'm talking about it was an abysmal performance, man. I mean, you talking about a total of 200 punches thrown in a 12-round fight. I mean, that's less than probably 18 punches a round. I mean, that was abysmal. Thrown 18 punches per round. That was the average right there. It was an abysmal. It was an
he was just standing. at points they were just standing in front of each other, man, just standing in front of. He was in range, and Del Santos was in range, and I'm like, what are they doing, man? And I know what they was playing. Shakur, he's a counter puncher, and he's doing all these different fakes, and that shit was pissing me off, man. I just have to tell you. I was like, man, when you gonna let off something, bro? But he was waiting for the Santos. Did the Santos hit him with something? Because I can't.
Go ahead.
No. I'm asking because I don't remember.
He caught him with something. I think early that got his attention. I want to say in that first round he came out and kind of it was a lead left hook or right hook or something, and he got Shakur's attention. And I think he made up his mind right then that all the rumors that he heard about this guy being a puncher was real, and he said he didn't want no parts of that.
I'm gonna tell you what I think it was. I think he saw that speed too.
Yep.
I think he saw that speed. Del Santos has above average speed. He's not just some regular dude with his reflexes and all that stuff. I think Shakur saw that Del Santos and he's smart. You know what I'm saying? And he's smart. He's creative. Offensively, he's creative. And when Del Santos, I think he really wanted to go for it because that's his personality. But when he saw that Stevenson was just going to kick back and counter punch, you know what I'm saying, and stay away, that's when he made the decision that he wasn't just going to overextend himself and let Stevenson take advantage of him. So he played the same kind of game that Shakur was playing, and that made it a boring fight. Because Del Santos is known for going in there and pressuring you. You know what I'm saying? And trying to get you up out of there. But Stevenson was man, he could not corner. Did you see how hard he was clinching that dude?
Oh man, he couldn't clinching him. Then I seen this guy hop back 2 or 3 times. Like I ran track and field, so I did the long jump and the triple jump. The dude was triple jumping back, straight back, long jumping. Like you say, holding and grabbing and clinching. And a few times, Del Santos was trying to press the action, trying to get to him, with a triple jab, but that dude Shakur, his feet just so freaking quick, man. He couldn't corner that dude. That dude was moving like a cat that night on Saturday. You know what I mean?
And he was clinching, and it reminded me of Anthony Joshua. Remember when he came the second fight, how he was clinching Andy Ruiz, man?
Yeah.
And he was so scared to take a punch, like he had been knocked out or something. I said, why is he holding this dude like that? And then he got dirty on the inside, trying to hit him upside the head and trying to rough the guy up. I'm like, what is Steve? What's up? What is he on tonight, bro? You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was frustration or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Shakur, he laid an egg, and like what I hear a lot of people talking about, what he was injured and all this stuff, and kind of making excuses for him. But to me, it was more like I say, my analysis of Shakur Stevenson, that he's a bully. If he has a tactical advantage on you, a size advantage, or some type of advantage on it, he's going to exploit it. He's gonna beat you up. He might not knock you out. He'll beat you up. He'll step to you, even like Jamel Herring. They known each other for years, and the way he treated him in the build up to that fight, it was unnecessary. That's basically one of your boys. That's why I say he's a bully. You try to humiliate this guy for no reason. Y'all gonna get in there and fight. We know each other. We sparred before. Been knowing you for years. Why you trying to humiliate me on this stage? It was unnecessary. That's that bully tactic. But he gets away with it because of the way he looks. He looks like a little boy with a little dimple and stuff. He's really just a little punk, to be honest, man. His personality, he's a little punk.
Stevenson, man, I think if he was really handled right, he could be one of the best boxers. He could be a generational boxer, man. But he just has, it's something inside of him, man. He's got this weird this clown inside of him, man. He just don't want to do. I think he want to move. I think he want to be a star too fast. He don't want. You know what I'm saying? Like he, you know what I'm saying? He want to build his name, but he don't want to do it the correct way. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like you got to take them guys down one at a time, bro. And that's why I said this guy, Del Santos, was the best. This was his best opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm thinking Frank Martin would have a chance. You know what I'm saying? I see him having a better chance of fighting Shakur. because
I mean,
Shakur, say what now?
yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, because Shakur, even though he might outbox him, but he's never going to engage Frank Martin. He's never going to engage him. So Frank, if he was smart, I mean, he pick up that boxing IQ a little bit. He could give Stevenson some problems. Tank definitely. I'm not sure. I don't know if Tank could keep up with Shakur's foot speed. He don't have to worry about the offense, but he would have to. How would he get off his offense on somebody who moves like that? Somebody who's not going to get nowhere near you. If he didn't get nowhere near Del Santos, he's never going to allow Tank to get 2 or 3 steps to him. And Tank got short arms, and he's aware of what Tank can do in that ring. So he'll probably do the same thing to Tank, probably try to scrape him from the outside, never engage, run around the goddamn ring. I'm not excited about seeing him in any of the top fights. Cause I could just see his nature. He's not really a fighter. He's not looking for the fight, even though he act like he's looking for the fight. And you know what I'm saying? So I just don't see. I don't think that he's gonna have any exciting fights because Tank. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, his to me, his heart pump Kool-Aid. You know what I mean? He doesn't have. I mean, I know you said he had the talent. He has the talent to be a generational talent. But to me, I don't think he has the chin. I believe he's been hurt somewhere, been hurt in sparring, been down in sparring. So he's apprehensive to taking those punches. Maybe he knows he's chinny, knows he can't afford to get hit by certain things. So that's why he's really concentrated on his defense and not willing to engage. And whenever he fights Tank, I mean, Tank probably gonna dictate the ring size. Say, nah, dude, we fighting in we ain't fighting no 24 by 24. We fighting in the 20 by 20. That's the smallest ring you can fight in the regulation ring, which is 16 feet inside the ropes. What you gonna fight me in? Because Tank is the A side. They ain't gonna let him. You're not getting in no 20 by 20 inside the ropes, so you can run all night. You fight in the 16 by 16, and you're gonna have to fight. And not only that, but see, a lot of these guys, man, especially young guys, the next proper guys that's coming up there, everybody's trying to crown as the 4 kings. You got to remember, you have to fight guys like, think about when Holyfield fought guys like your Ray Mercers, your Burton Coopers, the guys that nobody really gave them a chance to win. Or when Lennox Lewis fought guys like like Shannon Briggs, your Ray Mercers and stuff like that. Your Tommy Morrisons, these tough fights. And Shakur, he wants to be crowned 135 pounds. See, this is where the sanctioning bodies come in at. I'm not a fan of being a champion at one division and then going up to the next division and automatically you in line for a title shot. I think Jermaine Ortiz gives Shakur Stevenson the fits. I think Keyshawn Davis will give him fits. Jermaine Ortiz could probably beat him, especially now they see the blueprints out on him. But one thing about Jermaine Ortiz, he's a big lightweight. That dude is big, man.
I like that kid. I thought he beat Lomachenko.
That's what I'm saying. You put him in there with Shakur Stevenson, he got a fight on his hands, man. Jermaine not gonna let him run around like that. Jermaine is gonna throw punches. He's gonna corner him. He's gonna let them hands go. And he's like I said, he's a big, strong, lightweight. He's a big, strong lightweight. Keyshawn Davis got that dog in him. I mean, you've seen him take chances with Albright. Albright was trying to knock his block off. He landed some pretty decent shots too.
But he got to go 10 rounds, bro. He got to get up there. He got to get his, he got to get his stamina up there, and you got to start getting the opponents so we can see if he real with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he can bucket.
About Keyshawn. Well, one thing about Shakur though, he's not gonna make you exert yourself. It's not like you're gonna be in one of them fights where you really got somebody really, really pressing you. You know what I mean? Making you have to expend a lot of energy. I mean, like I say, with Shakur, depending on who he's fighting. If he knows, most of the guys he fought were smaller than him. Flat-footed, shorter, shorter reach, little guys that he had a technical advantage on, and he felt comfortable beating those guys up. You know what I mean? He wasn't worried about what was kind of back. But you get in there like a big, full-fledged, like a light, like that Jermaine Ortiz. I think that's a hit. That is a handful for Shakur Stevenson right there.
But see, the problem with boxing right now today is they're not looking for challenges. You know what I'm saying? They don't want no challenges, man. It's like we're tired of watching these kind of fights, and this was one of those fights where it was going to be a barn burner, and it still ended up becoming a dud because one of the top stars in boxing didn't want to showcase his skills. I mean, he showed his defense, but bro, I mean, he could have did a whole lot more, and also on Del Santos side too. He could have showed a lot more too, because we seen them both in the ring, and we know they're top guys, and but the way this fight went, man, you don't even want to see that shit again, man. It's like, and then he's talking noise about Devin Haney, he's talking noise about Tank and contracts, and bro, you don't deserve no money after that, bro. That shouldn't even go down as a loss. Like my man here say, he said, Johnny Allison, he says, no one won that one. I kind of felt that, because all he did was tap him on his shoulder and hit tapped him a couple of times with some jabs. And I mean, bro, anybody could do that, man. It's like, so I was just kind of disappointed with the game plan that Shakur took, that he incorporated in this fight. I just said, man, I was like, man, you cannot be talking this cash shit and you fighting like this, bro. One thing about, even though, I ain't no Crawford fan, but one thing about it, Crawford gonna get in there and fight. He gonna get in there and do his thing. He gonna get in there and throw them hands, And, he's gonna engage sometimes. He's gonna fight at spots. He's gonna use his skills, and that's what I expect. If you are being mentored by one of the best boxers in boxing, I expect you to pick up something, And I know you can't transfer heart, to a fighter. But you 26. It's time to start showing what you got. Before your spotlight is over. And So that's how I feel about Stevenson, man. It just seems like it's a waste. He's just wasting his talent, man. Let's see. Cooking with Frank say he says Shakur just talk too much for what he does, and the fans see that. Yeah, but see, now he's getting like this kind of love-hate thing he's trying to build with the audience. You can't break me, bro. You breaking yourself. The fans ain't got shit to do with it. We just watching. We just spectators. We just support the sport. But you in there trying to hustle. When you see fighters, in there just trying to get paid and not really doing much, and just trying to do just enough to get by, bro, you killing the sport. Look at Tyson Fury. He probably ain't even training, bro. He's taking these fights. He just looked like a fat blob, and getting his butt kicked all over the place, cashing out. Where are the fighters that's gonna give us our pay-per-view worth? I ain't saying like you got to go in there and and blow yourself up, but you got to give some effort, and that's what I want to see. I want to see the heart again, and I think he took the night. For me, even though he lost, and Navarrete, that was a damn good scrap.
Good fight, man. Excellent.
Man, you could see the willpower. He refused. He went down a couple of times, but I mean, he got right back up and he fought his ass off, man. And it's like that. That makes you keep watching the sport right there. When you see a fight, a lot of these no-name fights, man, they be good as hell, bro. And they putting the top guys who's supposed to be the best, they putting them to shame. Because these guys are hungry, and the guys at the top are hustling. They trying to get millions and millions of dollars, and
they're trying to con us. They're trying to con the fans.
Right. Look at Look at Jamel Charlo, bro. I mean, I know he had a lot to overcome, but I wanted to see the effort. I want to see that guy who don't give a damn, about your status, about your size, and you go in there and you do your best. That stuff is out the window. They feel power. They feel a little bit of power. Oh my God, it's over. What? You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, like Roberto. Remember how Roberto Duran would get his ass kicked for like 10 rounds, then he would come back in 11th and 12th and knock your ass out.
Yep. Yeah, I remember that.
Those days are gone, bro. You know,
he fought Iran Barkley. I mean, he came all the way, what, 135 pounds?
that's
All the way to
exactly,
fight.
yeah.
The blade was a monster, man.
Yes, sir. And he looked like a monster too. You know, and he would beat your ass like a monster too. And he beat Duran. I mean, Duran just came back. I was like, my God, bro. I mean, those were the days, but these guys now, they don't want to take no punishment. You know, they trying to pick their spots and be strategic. And so when they do get into a real fight, it's a problem. You know, they don't want to really take that risk and look bad in front of the fans. And it's like, it's not about the fans, bro. When you truly prepare yourself and you're ready for war, it's going to show in the ring. You know what I'm saying? When you put in that effort, you know, and I'm not seeing that from these guys. These guys, they want to fight a couple of tough fights, get by, and then cruise, have the advantage, make sure they have the advantage, and not fight anybody that could possibly beat them. And that's not boxing to me, you know.
No, it's not. You got
That's not
you got to
boxing.
get the up and coming guys. You know, their shot. You can't sit up there and say this. Their main talking point is, oh, you don't bring nothing to the table. Look, man, you in boxing, man. You in boxing. That means if I'm ranked number 1, I deserve my shot. You can't say I don't bring nothing to the table. If you a champion, you gotta fight all comers. Ali took on all comers. If you the champion, because you deserve to get a shot. You deserve your shot. You work for it.
I mean,
I'm the champ. I'm gonna give you a shot.
Because we would have never heard about Ken Norton if Ali wouldn't have gave him a shot. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that dude, power, man, power, bro. You know what I'm saying? He took a broken jaw from that dude. You know what I'm saying? But those were the old days. You know what I'm saying? When dudes really wanted to be the best. You know what I'm saying? When they really wanted to, show you that they were the real deal. You know, John Allison says, "What you guys think of SS saying to boxing media, y'all just a bunch of fake MFers?" He says, trying to tell them they are all POSs, pieces of crap, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. He keep trying to build this image instead of building his fight game. You know, if he build his offense, he wouldn't have to worry about the criticism. You know what I'm saying? Because he got it. He got the hand speed. He got the talent. He got the timing. He's got it all. It's like, why isn't he doing it? You know, he's like AB. He kind of remind me of A. He's more talented AB. You know what I'm saying? That just won't let his hands go, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like some kind of mental block, and it's just a shame to see it because he could be whipping a lot of ass right now, and he should be taking out some of the Lomachenko. When he came in, he went straight to a lot of the best, man. He went straight to a lot of the best. And, you know, you could say what you want to say about Lomachenko, but he went in there and he fought, top guys, he
top guys and tough, those tough in between guys. You got those tough guys that were they were never champions, but they were tough. Those are those developmental fights.
Orlando Salido was a tough motherfucker, man. He didn't have to fight Orlando Salido. You know what I'm saying? And he beat him too. Orlando Salido beat him too, but he gave him a shot.
Yeah, you have to fight those guys that's going to develop you. So when you do get in those moments when you do have to bite down, is there. See, right now we don't know how good Shakur is right now. To me, he's kind of like a nice shiny car that's sitting on a lot, but we don't know exactly what's under that hood. You know what I mean? It look fast. It look fast. It's got Hemi on the side of it, but doesn't have a 3600 motor in it. Doesn't have a 4-cylinder up under the hood.
How does it go from 0 to 60? How does it go?
Yeah.
Let's see. Jermaine Wood said it was. He said it was no disappointment. He said that's who he is. That's who he is in the ring. He said Shakur doesn't like power punches. Say he fights better against smaller, weaker fighters with not much power.
That's a bully. That's the definition of a bully. That is
A1 said, he said, "Come on, y'all." He said, "Just a high-level boxing match that either wasn't willing to take risks of exposing themselves. more so Shakur than Santos. Santos already has an L and been knocked down before, but that's boxing. A1, you know what I'm saying? You got to get that little childish stuff out your head. I mean, you're gonna have to take some risks in boxing to be good. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's who he is in the ring, but that can't be your whole fight game. That running around the ring thing. You got to have, even Floyd, bro, had to engage, bro. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd was good at engaging too. One of the best technicians that I've seen. And I want to see Shakur mix that in his game. He's gonna have to develop an inside game. And I know he can fight on the inside. It's a mental thing. I've seen him fight on the inside. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him fight, saying do everything. He can do everything. It's just that, he don't want to take them chances, man. And it's like, it's gonna take a minute for him to evolve. I don't know who's gonna bring it out of him, but maybe Tank, or maybe Devin, because I'm pretty sure he don't fear Devin's power. A1 Hoop Zone says Shakur hasn't tasted defeat nor being dropped before. He said, and wasn't willing to take the chance against a fighter of that level, because Shakur got everything to lose and nothing to gain. Well, you do have something to gain: the respect. You know what I'm saying, of your peers, the respect of the fans. That dude right there was his signature fight. That was a legacy fight, bro. Believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? When you've been fighting, like, these low ranked guys from these little divisions, and you starting to move up and getting your name recognition, you need to start putting the hurt on these guys. Like, when Floyd was coming up through the divisions, he was putting the hurt on Diego Corrales. These names that people had power. And Floyd went out there, made it look easy, whipped him like he wasn't nothing. And that's what we want to see. Not a Floyd performance, but somebody showcase some of that skill and talent that you have, that superiority that you have, that super hand speed, hit them up 4 or 5 times, jump out if you have to, but do some damage. And that's what we want to see, but he's so careful, he's so cautious, and that makes for a bad fight. He's going to have to stand his ground at some point, in his career. He's going to have to stand his ground, and for him to make some money in this game, or he's just going to keep hustling us, boxing from the outside. He says, what does ESPN and Top Rank do with him? He said his style is not pay-per-view worthy. He said, I think to make money off of him, they're going to have to keep fighting in Newark to sell tickets. Yeah. The casual fans, they don't want to see that. I mean, I could see the brilliance in his defense, but I'm interested to see what he could do offensively, because I could tell the motherfucker got some good offense, I just want to see him, close the distance, take the risk, new son. He says Shakur is I guess you said garbage. Is garbage. I guess that's what you said. Shakur is garbage. Says he talks a good game, but when it's time to fight, he runs. Shakur has a glass jaw. I mean, has he really? Have he been hit? I haven't really seen. I think Nakatilia hit him, and if anybody was going to knock him out, probably would have been him. You know what I'm saying? And he went back to boxing. That guy. He says here. He said here, y'all. He said the Ghost has a grade 8 chance. He said, I think Martin has a better chance now, seeing, because he's starting to expose himself. He's starting to see more and more of what he's like in the ring. When pressured, you're starting to see him in different scenarios. And when once your peers see that, what I'm saying, you're not such a monster anymore. Because Shakur, you can see his nature. You can see he don't want to fight. So now you can come up with a game. Yeah, he's very timid. So see, so like for instance, he did a lot of faking in that fight. He's not gonna punch first if he thinks you're ready.
A lot
You know
of
what I'm saying?
posing, a lot of faking.
Yeah,
You
trying
know,
to get you to overextend so he can get in his little quick shots. You know what I'm saying? You can learn off that, and you can set him up off that. You know what I'm saying? You know, so as long as you don't punch from the wrong distance, you can get on the inside of Stevenson because he's looking to run. As soon as he throw a punch, that he's looking to get the hell on up out of there.
well,
Yeah.
I seen the weakness. I don't know if you seen his weakness, but when he was hopping back or triple jumping, he was
Mhm.
actually suspended up in the air, like off the ground. And if Del Santos would have kept punching, he would have caught him because his feet were off the ground. Both of his feet was off the ground.
Well, he was
But you know,
trying to. He was trying to, but I mean, a few times he caught him in the corner, and boy, Shakur grabbed him like it was
locked him down.
WW. Yeah, he grabbed him. I'm like, God damn, the kid's strong. Grabbed him and locked him up and got close to him, and I was like, God damn, this boy fighting like he's scared. You know what
He
I'm
was
saying?
scared.
He
He
was
was.
fighting like he.
You heard his granddad in the corner talking about you just got to believe in yourself. Like he's seen the doubt. You know, he's seen the word on this kid's face. You know, and
Mhm.
that's why I like a Keyshawn Davis or Jermaine Ortiz chance because they have the height, the length, and the volume.
Mhm.
That's what's going to give Shakur a problem. A volume puncher with size and power. But yeah, he can deal with the little guys. You know the little guys. The little short Mexican guys that throw a lot of punches, he can deal with them
Yeah,
because he can bully those guys. Jermaine Ortiz is not gonna be able to bully him. Keyshawn Davis, he's not gonna be able to bully him.
but it's the posing that he be doing. Like he got to keep up this attitude, like like he in your face, like he's dogging you.
Like he
You know what I'm
wants style
saying?
points. He wants style
Yeah,
points.
like he. You see how he kept stepping back to the real close, and he wouldn't even throw his
Yeah,
hand. He'll come,
yeah,
he'll go back, he'll come back real fast, like he finna throw something, and
yeah. I feel
you
like in
know,
the Philly shell, he wasn't doing that. He bluffing, man. He bluffing the whole
right,
time, man.
right, and he just trying to get this man to throw, and Del Santos caught on to it. He's like, man, I'm not for to throw from that distance. You trained your whole career to throw for, because that's the one thing they say about Stevenson is that he always at the perfect distance. You know what I'm saying? And that's his life, that's his butter right there. Stay at that distance where he can hit you and scrape you with punches and stuff. I was like, no, man, DeSanto said, I'm gonna counter punch you too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be sitting here taking all the risk. And that's what made that shit a boring ass fight, man. Both of them trying to, josh for position. You know what I'm saying? And because soon as Dos Santos threw a punch, if he was out of place, that's when Stevenson started really trying to attack. You noticed that? Like if he swung and he was off balance a little bit, boy, Stevenson's trying to get him, boy. He was trying to, because he wasn't in no position to punch back, right? And I was like, man, this dude here is, I don't know, man. I don't know. I want to see him develop a lot better than that, man. He can't just wait for a motherfucker to get out of position. You're gonna have to use those beautiful feints that he got. You know what I'm saying? And go for it. Go for the midsection. You know what I'm saying? Go for the head. You know what I'm saying? And stop trying to, reach at the tip of your, what I'm saying, the apex of your jab and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna do any damage. You already don't have power. So, you're gonna have to get in there and you're gonna have to sit down on something, what I'm saying, to do some damage. So, with that, man, I'm just like, I don't know. You think Shakur a great fighter, or you think he's gonna one day be a great fighter?
I'm gonna say to be determined. Right now, he's a good fighter. Right now, I can't put
Hmm.
that great fighter because great fighters, they fight great. Like
Well,
take
I'm
for
not
instance,
talking about now. I mean, like, do you
yeah.
think he's probably develop into one later, maybe?
It's that courage and heart issue that I'm having a problem with. I
Hmm.
don't know if that's something you can develop. That unless he really just goes home and just looks himself in the mirror, look at it and just admit, hey man, I gotta, I can't be running around like a coward and be scared. I'm in boxing, man. You can't swim without getting wet. I mean, you're in a dangerous business. Like, yeah, don't go out there and be reckless and get your head knocked off, but at the same time, I mean, you're gonna have to mount an offense, especially. I mean, if Santa De Los Santos would have really pressed the action, he probably could have got Shakur out of there. You never know. So I don't know how great he is.
I don't know, man. That's because Stevenson was so damn defensive, man.
He's defensive, but it's like those moments when I say a great fighter, my mind goes back. I look at like when Ray Leonard fought Thomas Hearns. Thomas Hearns was a killer, knocking out everybody, and he actually came back. And the first few rounds, he was dancing around, moving. They was boxing each other. Then when he got behind, what did he do? Swollen eye and all, he came back and stopped Thomas Hitman Hearns.
But what he realized is that Tommy was a better boxer than he was, and he realized he was a better boxer, but what Tommy didn't realize that Sugar Ray is a better banger, than he was, and once he realized what his strength was in the fight, he took Tommy ass out. He had to, because Tommy was beating him on the cards, boxing. And
height that reach. I don't see Shakur being able to do that against an elite opponent. See, one thing about all the greats, they were able to beat guys at the top of their game, tough guys that were dangerous, like Evander Holyfield, of course, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, your Hitman Hearns, your Marvin Haglers, your Zuma Nelsons, your Roberto Durans, your James Lights Out Tonys. Your Roy Joneses, those type, the Bernard Hopkins, these guys is beating tough guys, man. Oscar De La Hoya, man. I say what you want about Oscar De La Hoya, but he fought everybody, and he fought on days in their prime too. Yeah, I mean, freaking Chop Corley, Mayweather, what's friggin' Ike Corte? Those guys were tough guys, man. Came to fight every night.
And I'm gonna tell you somebody who got the foot speed and had the speed, but he went in and did damage, and that was Terry Norris.
Yeah, what I'm saying?
Terry Norris, he took the risk. He got knocked the hell out. Against the Hawk and everything. But he you could see where he made the effort to make the fight. And
Donald Curry. Donald Curry was.
Oh yeah, man. That's Cobra Curry. Oh yes, sir. Yeah. My boy took him out. What's his name? The body snatcher, Mike. The body snatcher took his ass out.
Mike McCullen.
Mike McCullen. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, he took his ass out. Boy, I was mad as hell about that shit.
Mike McCullen.
He also beat the
Nigel Benn.
Yeah. Oh no, Nigel Benn wanted to fight Roy Jones Jr., but he never did get to him.
Chris Eubank, senior, when he was pretty decent in his prime. Those guys had something different, man. But like Tank said, you remember that interview that Tank said? He said these guys today are soft. He said these guys today couldn't do nothing with them guys back in then. That came out of Tank's own mouth.
Yeah, that's because they grew up eating that cold cornbread, bro. That was that time where people was really hungry. You know what I'm saying? You really was trying to find your lane, and fighting was it. You know what I'm saying? And you ain't have nothing else to fall back on. You didn't have all this stuff they got going on today. You know what I'm saying? This soft life stuff. When you went home, you went home to the dogs in the yard, bro. They were ready back then. And so it was just a little harsher environment. So which made for hard men in the ring. Ken Williams said that nigga light skin. That's the problem. He said Frank Martin beat Shakur up, grown man versus boy. He said, homie is right. Shakur is a little punk, just like Bud Crawford, only shines versus subpar fighters. And what's going on, Javon? 1007. He said just like Arrow was clearly not his best versus Bud, Shakur was off versus. Well, they say so, I know they said something about. He said he didn't feel good, and he said he didn't feel good, and then now Bob saying he had a shoulder injury. Say he had a shoulder injury. So we don't. You never know. They say fighters are never fighting at 100% when they come out. And I could see it affecting the performance and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's unfortunate if he did have an injury. He said Tank doesn't really chase you, though. No, Tank gets you to chase him. You know what I'm saying? He gets you comfortable. And, he counter punches and shit when you slipping because he be watching you. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you make the wrong move, and he already got that one punch knockout shit, man. He got that shit. He hit you
That's
with
right.
that punch. Oh my God, bro, you up out of there. It's almost like he got superhuman strength, man. Because he could just. You remember when he hit Garcia, man, and
Oh
he hit.
man,
I
devastating.
was like, oh my God, bro. He hit him like he broke everything inside his body, bro. And I knew he wasn't getting back up, bro. I was like, man, sit your ass down, sit your ass down.
And see, that's another thing. You say, I'm glad you said Garcia. There you go. That guy had time to sit there and think. He made it. He could have got up, but he decided not to get up. He
Man,
made a
Tank hit him.
decision.
Tank hit him with a shot, man. He is vicious on those body shots, man.
But he could have
And
got up though. But he took a knee. He took the full count. As soon as the
mhm,
count was over with, what he did, he popped up like a piece of toast.
mhm. Yeah,
So
he
he could
popped
have got
up.
he could have
Yeah,
he made a decision. He made a conscious decision. That body shot hurt. Am I gonna get up or am I not gonna get up? He probably looked at the clock, saying there's probably 2 minutes left. He said, "Man, that dude finna destroy me. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna live to fight another day." And one
but
thing about what Shakur gonna have to realize, a coward dies 1,000 deaths. So right now
mm,
he's at home. He's feeling like a coward because he fought like a coward. So this stuff is gonna eat him up till he makes it right with himself.
well, those body shots have a lingering effect. Like when you try to get up and stuff, that's when you really feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like when they go down and then when they try to get back up and always see them go right back down. That's
Yeah.
why he stood there for a minute because he knew. You know what I'm saying? He got to wait for that pain to pass, man.
I mean, but he never like try. He didn't try to. I mean, think about when Zab got hurt.
Hmm.
When Zab got hurt, he was taking the beat. He took a knee, but then he got back up and still tried to fight and survive. He didn't even give himself a chance to try to fight his way out of it. Try to see if he can make it to the end of the round. See if he can grab him time, hold, do whatever. I mean, think about when Diego Corrales fought Castillo. How many times he got dropped? That dude
Ooh,
using
Jesus.
every trick in the book. He was spitting out the mouthpiece. He was grabbing the guy, holding the guy. The referee took a point. All them tricks you have to use to get yourself back in, get your time to get yourself back together. So them certain tricks that these guys just like the desire was gone. Like Tank beat the fight out of him. That one punch
Man,
took all the fight out of him.
Tank was hitting him so hard, bro. It was just crazy. He was just so much stronger than that guy, man. Because I mean, he was pounding him. I mean, he wasn't even putting that many combinations. He was just putting power to him, man. And he was just letting him feel that power and let him decide, do you want to continue? And I just thought that was one of his most sadistic fights. The way he was just putting power to that dude, man. I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? That dude is really special. That's a special guy right there. With to have that kind of power. Hmm. And speed too. A1 Hoop Zone. He says, man. So he said, man. So just gonna make up some shit saying he chinny when that's never been reported. I don't think he's chinny. I don't think like Roy. You ain't gonna find out if Shakur's chinny until they get late in his career. If he
He
fight that
fight
long.
he fights like he's chinning because the one thing about it, you've been in the boxing, whether it was sparring
Hmm.
or he never got dropped in a fight, but you don't know what happened inside the gym. In sparring, sometimes guys get dropped in sparring, sometimes guys get rocked in sparring, sometimes they get their bell wrong. I mean, he's been boxing for a long time. I know he had his bell wrong, probably
Let me
maybe been dropped a couple of times. So when you're a
let me.
boxer, you know whether you can take a punch or not because you already determined that in the box in the sparring session. You're like, man, every time I get hit, I'm freaking getting buzzed. I'm getting wobbly. I don't need to work on my defense because I can't take punches. If I'm getting
Mm,
buzzed and wobbled in headgear, 16-ounce glove, what's gonna happen in 8-ounce glove?
let
So
me
that's why a
finish
lot of
his
guys.
statement. He
I'm,
said,
I'm
"Who
just
wants to
making.
find?" He's A1 said, "Who wants to find out if they have a chin or not? If they have the skills to not get his flush? Come on, man." And you know what I'm saying? I never said that he's chinny anything like that. I just don't. I think he got enough skill where we won't have to find out. He got that kind of athletic ability
Oh no,
to.
he's gonna get clipped. He's gonna. I totally disagree with
You
that.
think so? You think so?
Name a
I
fighter who
don't
ain't
think
been
so.
name a
I
fighter who
don't.
hadn't been down. Name a fighter who hadn't got hurt. You can't. I'll wait. You Everybody, you're gonna get hurt in this business.
Well, well,
There's
I'm
never
thinking.
you know what I'm saying? I disagree with that.
Well, I'm just
He's gonna
saying.
get clipped.
I'm thinking more of the lines of where he is right now, and I don't think he's gonna fight the fights where he's gonna get clipped. You see what I'm saying? The way these guys are fighting now, that they're not fighting dudes like that. You see what I'm saying? And
Tank gonna bring the heat to him though, man. Tank gonna bring the heat to him.
I mean, do you think he'll accept that? I mean, you think he'll take that fight?
Shakur.
Mm-hmm. You think he'll take that fight?
He might not want to get in there with Tank right now.
I mean, that'll be, he's gonna have to take some risks in that fight, bro, because that's the fight to make his name.
Tank is different though. Tank is an actual dog. Tank will actually fight you. Tank has grit, and that's something that Shakur ain't got that. Not that I say.
He's gonna have to be clever to catch Shakur because he's just so damn defensive, man. It's like I don't see him getting in range to take a shot from Tank.
He gonna cut that ring off on him because Del Santos cut the ring off, but Del Santos allowed himself to be tied up. And one thing about Tank, Tank being that smaller guy, Shakur not gonna be able to get up under him like he was able to get up under Del Santos to get them underhooks on him where he can tie him up. That's not gonna work against Tank. Tank gonna push that boy up off of him, banging that body, hitting him with them uppercuts and them overhands, and he gonna do a number on Shakur.
Well, the cool thing about
he gonna catch him. He's gonna track him down, and he's gonna catch him.
The good thing about Tank is he could get a lot of force off of short shots. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of like Tyson. You remember how Tyson used to do those short shots and get, get a lot of power on there and hurt you. Do a lot of like he did Leo Santa Cruz. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was nasty as hell. But man, Shakur got so much speed, man. I would have to see that fight, man. It's like to play it out in your mind. You just never know how that would turn out. I just don't think Tank could reach him. I think Shakur would just be too alert. You know what I'm saying? To let Tank get something off on him. It'll probably look something like this fight right here that we just saw.
I don't see Tank going out like that, man. Tank gonna put that pressure on that guy, man.
You think so? I mean, I can see him. I know how he walked down like he did Mario's Barrios. You know what I'm saying? But shit, Shakur ain't no Mario's Barrios. He ain't for the back.
Hey, hold on 1 second. If you put him in Shakur and Mario's Barrios in the ring together, that's a competitive fight. Shakur ain't gonna whitewash.
I mean, he's a big dude. I mean, he's a big, strong ass. He getting better too. I mean, I don't know if he's doing something because that boy is starting to look. He's starting to look next level. I'm gonna tell you who will do a number on Tank, right? Not Tank, but Shakur. Let me know what you think about this. Gary Antoine Russell at 140. Say that again.
Gary Antoine Russell.
Man, Gary, he need to show me. I think he's a tough, talented fighter, but he needs to show me some more skill. I mean, some of the stuff he's doing it off of just grit. Pressure.
Oh yeah, he's rough, man.
Yeah,
but see that's the type of guy that Shakur don't like. Even though Maidana didn't have that optimum skill level, just the sheer pressure and the relentlessness, and that's what I'm getting at. Just the pressure and the relentlessness in the dog. In the roughness, Shakur ain't gonna like that.
If he hits Shakur, the nigga gone. You know what I'm saying? But you got to catch Shakur. He's just. I mean, I'm just looking at that foot speed, man. That boy. Only way you gonna catch him if he's want to get caught. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, but it's 4 corners, man. He can't run all night, man. Like say, Del Santos didn't press the action like that. He didn't press the action.
That's because he didn't want to. That's because he didn't want to run into nothing. He seen how fast. Did you see how fast Shakur was snapping the jab? Man, that boy got a quick ass jab, bro. I mean, he didn't want to run into nothing.
But that boy, but like I say, that Gary, he's like a relentless guy. Take for instance, like you remember Ali, fast on his feet, moving around the ring, but Joe Frazier was able to track him down, man. But not only that, but Ali wasn't running either. Ali was fighting him too. So that's the difference.
You see how many punches Frazier took to get inside?
Oh yeah, I'm saying Ali was fighting.
It ain't a lot of fighters that got that kind of grit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought Del Santos should have did. You know what I'm saying? Went through the fire because Stevenson don't have power like that.
But the thing about it wasn't no fire to go through because Shakur wasn't throwing no punches.
No, he wasn't in range. That motherfucker. That boy was like, hell no. As soon as he stopped coming to it, as soon as he got on his front foot, that boy was gone.
Yeah, it wasn't no fire to go through. So like it wasn't nothing to go through. Basically, if you in there like Shakur, like you be in there shadow boxing, like with him, you got to trap him. You got to if he decides to run from you, or what so-called box or use the sweet signs, you have to trap him on the ropes, and you got to keep him there, and you got to keep your head in his chest. You can't let him breathe. That's how you beat him. You can't let him breathe. You got to
like
dig in their body, let them hands go.
Kind of like Marcos Madonna did Floyd, you know.
Yeah, you can't let him breathe, man.
You know,
like a Sean Porter, that type of rough style. We just on top of the man. You can't let him breathe.
I mean, when you watch Marcos Madonna or you watch Sean Porter, you just you start feeling like somebody pressuring you, you know, and you just watching the shit. You're like, man, get off me, man. God damn.
Sean Porter, and not on that, Sean Porter got good feet, man. Because he's a football player.
Oh yeah, he quick, fast feet.
He's got good feet. That's why he was able to. It'll take somebody like that to track down a Shakur, you know. And that I'm gonna tell you something else. A lot of people don't know. Tank Davis is an extremely fast young man. You ever seen him sprint?
Oh yeah.
You ever seen? He got foot speed. Don't let him fool you, man.
Yeah, I see him go. No, his agility too. I mean, he agile. You know
that dude could do backwards flips and somersaults. That boy's an athlete, man.
Yeah, I've seen him, man. I've seen him. I mean, just some of the stuff when he hit that fool. Who was that? He hit with 4 goddamn uppercuts, bro.
Oh, Leo Santa Cruz.
No, that wasn't Sid. This was another dude. The dude got
caught on the Pedraza.
Was it? Could have been. I don't even think it was Pedraza. I think it was that dude came in there with that foolish haircut, and he caught.
Oh, I know you talking about. Yeah. That dude. He was like a Dominican or something that was in there taunting Tank. Like he thought he was gonna do something. And got clipped.
He got for Lumaloom, man. I'm talking about six of them. I was like, oh my God, nigga. He hit him with about 6 times uppercut. You know how fast you gotta be, man, to hit somebody with like 6 uppercuts, bro. I was like, who is this kid, man? I'm gonna tell you somebody who's probably gonna have to go back to the drawing board because he looked athletic, he looked explosive. That Kid Austin guy.
Oh yeah, Kid Austin, yeah.
This Kid Austin, he looked the part, but he's lacking something in skill. You know what I'm saying? Because he gets caught throwing the same combinations, and you know what I'm saying. And his form just kind of like, you know, it's kind of crumbles. You know what I'm saying, when he gets into a rut. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, but he's gonna be in some exciting fights because his defense ain't that good, man. He don't have a good defense, so. I'm kind of interested to see who somebody give him a shot because that's going to be a good fight because he got fast hands and he take risk and those are I think him fighting somebody. No, he couldn't fight Martin. Still too new. He'll have to fight like Keyshawn. I would like to see him fight Keyshawn Davis or somebody like that. I think that'd be a good fight. Mm-hmm.
Like Shakur, he's not going to have any issue with anybody being scared of him and getting in the ring. He just going to basically just have to decide who he wants to fight and who and right now he's going to have a network issue because nobody's going to pay for that rematch because the network had to put up the money. He's not a pay-per-view guy, so nobody's going to pay him, and the network be like, man, I think he's going to be like a freaking Rigondeaux until he does something. He's going to got to redeem himself from this one. I ain't going to write him off yet, but he needs to have a couple good performances to clean up on aisle 9 right now because it's going to be the network. So Showtime's out of business. And I'm pretty sure Bob Rank is probably like, God dang, Shakur, you ran around the ring like a chicken. Now I'm not going to be able to promote. I can't sell this crap, Shakur. You got me engaged.
I could have brought a mansion in Beverly Hills. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're going to hit him with.
Exactly. I'm not paying you $1 million, Shakur. You're not worth it. Nobody wants to see you fight.
You already fighter. You already said it don't matter how much talent a black fighter got. You got to, you know, they don't sell. Goddamn, you know, already told us what it is. He said, how you say? He said, I need Exclaim. Who's the Exclaim? for his hands, like for his hand, if his left hands were injured. I just hope he wasn't injured. You know what I'm saying? There was a bad time, man. These guys got to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's including Arrow, man. They got to take care of themselves. He said, I think you said something about what about Loma and Shakur Stevenson. Loma too. He's an old man now, bro. Allison. Yeah, I mean,
Loma's fighting Cambosos anyway, which I don't know how Camboso keep landing all these big fights, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's sorry as hell. Because he
I thought he lost his last fight. I thought that dude Maxie beat him.
Who is that keep getting fights and shit? Like, if you beatable, you gonna get all. What's his name? Jose Benavidez.
Gabe Rosado gets a lot of fights.
Yeah, because you can go out there and they punching bags. You go out there and whip their ass, they get all the damn money. All the
Gabe Rosado stay in big fights, man.
and be looking horrible out there with all them damn tattoos and shit.
Yeah, dude got about 16 losses, something like that.
Shit, that's the man. That's the man they put in there when you need an opponent. When somebody call in sick, you know what I'm saying?
Tough guy. It's a tough game guy.
Yeah, I've been watching this Jamel Charlo with Jose Benavidez. They've been talking cash shit, man.
But you ain't lying about that, man. I think Jamal gonna get him out of there though.
Yeah, I hope so. If but his head, I'm saying, is his head in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Jose Benavidez, he can pop a little bit now. You know what I'm saying? But this is a good fight for him to come back on,
good fight.
Mm-hmm. But they've been talking shit. Jamel told him, he said, man, you can't even walk your own block, bro. He said, you got popped. He said, they popped you on your block, bro. I said, it got getting real nasty. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that might end up being a good fight right there. Jamel.
Well, I'm interested in that Demetrius Andrade fight too, and David Benavidez. I think that's going to be a very good fight.
Yeah, I keep trying to see, imagine what Boo Boo got left in the gas tank. If he got anything left in his gas tank, it's going to be a hell of a fight. I'm hoping that this ain't another, one of these great fighters just looking for a major payday, and just happy to be there, and just happy to touch some M's,
I think, to be honest, I got Demetrius Andrade winning that fight.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'm pretty confident.
How you gonna disrespect the Mexican monster like that?
I ain't gonna disrespect him, man. He's a great fighter, man. I just think he's too primitive to get in there with Demetrius Andrade.
Man, that's what you want, man. That's primitive. That's what you want, a beast. That's why you think they call him the Mexican monster, man. He gonna get it, man. I think he gonna beat Boo Boo Andrade, not because he's a better boxer, but because he's naturally that size, and he throws a lot of punches, bro. He throws a lot of punches.
Well, I can go ahead. I'm gonna tell you why. After you get finished, I'll tell you why I think.
I don't think Boo Boo Andrade is used to somebody with that kind of pressure. I mean, he's a pressure monster, bro. He's a Mexican monster. He's a pressure monster, and I think he's gonna really test Boo Boo Andrade. Cause Boo Boo, I don't think he got the legs to run like that. He's gonna have to sit down and fight that man. And David coming over the horizon, them big old shoulders, and keep coming like the Terminator and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Boo Boo, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think David might have his had this.
Yeah, now me personally, what I believe is going to happen. First of all, I believe that Demetrius Andrade is too talented for this guy. Demetrius Andrade is not a runner either. He actually, the one shot power. Demetrius Andrade has more one shot power than he's a harder puncher than David Benavidez.
Yeah.
He's a harder puncher than David Benavidez. Not only that, David Benavidez can only beat you. He can only beat you one way. Demetrius Andrade can beat you several ways.
Well, he used to. You know what I'm saying?
As far as the volume punching.
What's going on, 2 Cent? I just seen. Go ahead.
Yeah, like as far as the volume punching, it's
Mm-hmm.
actually the more punches he throws, the more danger he's going to be in because Demetrius Andrade, he's good at making you miss. He's good at slipping punches. He's good at making you overextend yourself. He changes levels really well, and he throws shots when he's moving. Powerful shots that you don't see coming. That's how he gets all those one-punch knockdowns because the guys never see the punches. And
Oh
next thing
yeah,
you know,
he's definitely awkward, man. He has a very awkward uh, punching style from different weird angles and stuff. But
I got to
you
ask you a question. If anybody was to get knocked down, who you think will be the first one to get knocked down?
I think Andrade gonna get knocked down.
I think otherwise. I think because you got to remember, David's not a one-punch guy. He's an accumulation guy.
Right.
And if somebody was to get knocked down by one punch, it's going to be David, not Demetrius Andrade.
Well, you said one punch. That's what I was listening to. But
oh yeah, my fault. Yeah, if I want a single shot, who's more likely to go down off a single shot between those two?
yeah, Andrade definitely got more pop. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see how he reacts. You know what I'm saying, when David, because David not only does he throw, a combination, you know what I'm saying, he throws fast. He's got fast ass hands, bro. And that's going to be different for Boo Boo too, having somebody who. Mm-hmm.
You got to remember, they're only fast when you're stationary. They're only fast when it's up against the rope. They're not fast. They're not fast in the middle of the ring. They're not fast in the middle of the ring. You have to be stationary for Dave to get off on you.
Yeah, but he's going to have. But this is my thing. He's going to have to constantly keep moving. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know how long he can keep that up with them old ass legs.
But that's what you forgetting though. Demetrius Andrade, he throws punches. He's not a Shakur Stevenson. This dude freaking fights, man.
No, I know he throws punches, but what I'm saying is, David is almost like a light heavyweight, bro. He's almost like light. He can fight at light heavyweight easily.
Who's the physically stronger guy?
I don't know.
Demetrius Andrade is physically stronger than David Benavidez.
You think so?
The thing about you remember when David fought Kyron Davis?
Yeah.
Kyron came up on 154 to fight David, and Kyron Davis was able to push Demetrius. Was able to push David Benavidez around pretty easy. He pushed him off the square. Even Kyron Davis said David is not a strong guy. He said he's not strong. I was able to push him around.
But David been putting in that damn work here, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He's been like rededicating himself. You see how skinny he is now, right?
Yeah, I mean he's not a physically strong guy. Demetrius Andrade is a physically stronger guy. And I was listening to a podcast the other day, and in the Conte, I think Victor Conte and the other guys say Demetrius Andrade walks around at 190 pounds. That dude's not little, man.
No, I don't think he's little. I just think he's older now. I think a younger. If this was 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, I'd say Demetrius destroyed him. But I'm looking at
the fight now. I like it.
Oh yeah. Sometimes it's good to meet. You know what I'm saying, on the other side of 30, and you know what I'm saying, for these guys to get these challenges. But I don't think David could have messed with a younger Demetrius Andrade, and I think he wasted a lot of time at the zone.
He went over there trying to get those Canelo and Triple G fights, because that's what Eddie Hearn. That was one of the selling points. Yeah, man, come join with us, and I'll make sure you get these fights. When the fights never happened, Eddie lied to him. You know what I mean?
But even on the outside, I mean, a boxing fan, somebody who watches sports, could have told him he wasn't gonna get them fights. You know what I'm saying? We could have told him, man, you wasting your time, my brother. They're not gonna let you fight them dudes, Triple G and. I remember that one time he went into the office and talking to Chris Manning and talking shit about they're not putting his name in the hat. But I'm like, bro, it's too late. You've been there about 4 or 5 years and shit. You know what I'm saying? Fighting all these scrubs.
They blatantly ducked him. I mean, Triple G, he got in the ring with Triple G. They shook hands and everything, and that dude still didn't fight him, man.
Triple G should be ashamed of himself, man.
I mean, he shake a man's hand and don't fight him.
He should be embarrassed. They could, walking around here, the way he done robbed boxing fans and shit. Steve Rhodes. He should be a damn
old Chrissy joker, the Robbie Blind, ain't he?
Mm-hmm. What's up, Jonathan Vaughn says, what's going on 2 cents in the building? What's going on 2 cent boxing?
What
Sam?
up? What up?
Hey, what's up?
chilling.
What's up, 2 cent?
What's
Chilling,
going on?
chilling.
What up, chat? What y'all love? Long time no see, boy. What's up?
Hey, I'm driving. I had my dedicated account had dried up, so I had to find me another dedicated. So I had to go across the country before I found me another dedicated account. So now I'm back on a dedicated account. I can live stream again. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
So-
Well, there ain't been too much going on. Just a little slow.
So what you thought of that fight? That's what I want to know. I need the 2 cents. Give me your 2 cents.
On the Shakur fight, it made me feel like Shakur needs to be quiet. He needs to be quiet. He has portrayed himself to be, and this is the thing. It's just that his style doesn't equate to casual. So I feel like he's amassing himself a casual following, but he's not performing in a way that the casual is going to appreciate it. He's going to get all the backlash. Now, if you're able to get in the boxing ring and not get hit, some people might say that's amazing. So it depends on what type of fan you are and how you're looking at it. And the type of fans that's going to appreciate that isn't the type of fans that's going to garner him the money he's trying to ask for these fights, or even qualify him to get the big fights. Like, dude, you fighting on Thursday. But that's just my 2 cents about the situation. I can see both sides of it.
Yeah, I mean,
I got a question. Go ahead, brother.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I was just so disappointed that great fighters make adjustments, right? And he told me something. He had a bad performance, bro. It's more than that. It's your style, bro. It's your heart. It's your mentality. Saying you're not. Where's the killer? Where's the adjustments? Saying you ain't made no adjustments. It was just like a half-hearted attempt. So you're supposed to be the man, and where's the pride at you being the star and pushing the action? When nothing ain't happening, and you got fans watching, and you got you're a signature opponent in front of you, right? This is an opponent that can make your bones right here. Really put your name out there. Where is the the fighting spirit? There was none of that. I mean, he was just content to do that same bullshit all night long, looking crazy, locking this guy up anytime he got past the jab. I was like, my God, is this really how he's gonna fight the rest of his career? I'm like, bro, I mean, I don't see nothing new going on with you. I don't see no new tactics, no new strategies, no new, nothing, just the same old shit, jab, jab, wait, jab, wait, hop around the ring, do all these little weird moves. That shit was pissing me off, bro. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. That whole thing was really upsetting me. I was like, shoot, I don't know about Stevenson, man. I mean, do you want to see him fight Devin? Do you want to see him fight Tank? 2 cents.
I feel like Tank beats him. Like, I don't even see people think that Tank is not going to be able to hit him. And I don't know why they think that. Tank is a much better boxer.
You didn't see the fight?
Give him credit for. Huh?
You just didn't see the fight we just saw?
Yeah, I'm saying I don't know why people think Tank and Shakur going to be such this big fight. Because I think Tank will be able to hit him.
How? I mean, if you got somebody who don't want to engage, it's hard. It's hard. Just like remember Boots when he fought Karen?
Yeah, but he wasn't even running. He was.
That's what I'm saying. See, that's what I'm saying. You remember? You saw Regis Prograis fight that tall dude. What his name was? Zuma or something. You know what I'm saying? He was running all around the ring, and every now and then he'd throw something and surprise Regis Prograis. That kind of stuff. That's how I see the Tank fight going. Like, him moving all around the ring, staying way out of range, and trying to get little tic-tac little points, and that's I don't think.
Yeah, I think he needs to fight somebody that's more athletic with power. That's the type of fighter I see beat him that could be rough with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought De Santos was gonna do that, but he went in there.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I thought the same thing.
Hey, 2 cent.
Yeah.
We were talking about earlier. What do you think about him I like to see Shakur fight Jermaine Ortiz. I think that'd be a great fight.
Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah, he won that fought Lomachenko, the big guy.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight. You think Shakur will fight him?
I don't think so. I think Jermaine might kick his butt. Well, from what I've seen, he put that boy's big. He's big. He throw a lot of punches. He's athletic. He's not afraid to get hit. So I think Shakur's not gonna have any shortage of people wanting to fight him now. I think freaking Keyshawn Davis will give him a good match.
Now that's his hero. That's his hero right there. They ain't gonna fight. They like brothers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He says, yeah, but he said even AB is way more exciting to watch. He said he still fought his ass off. Pull. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why people love AB. Because AB, he would fight anybody. You know what I'm saying? Now later on, he was complaining about fighting a lot of guys. But shit, you know, AB, he went in there and he fought some of the best. You know what I'm saying? He lost. But I'm trying to tell you, it don't matter, bro. As long as you make those fights, you know what I'm saying, exciting, people are going to watch you. And Stevenson, he need to learn that. He's not going to remain undefeated if you keep fighting good competition. What's going on? Who's real in the building? TZ Frank in the building. What's happening, y'all? He said the fight should have been a draw. Neither did enough to win. I didn't think so. I thought that was a bullshit decision. You know, man, that whole fight was just garbage, man. That whole fight was garbage. He says, Jonathan Park says, if Shakur thinks he can beat you, he will fight good. If you don't know he's going to run, that's what he showed last night. Someone with power, he would not engage. 2 Cents say we probably going to feel like we don't know how good Shakur really is his whole career. He said Santos should have been more aggressive and stuff, you know. But you'll be playing it to Shakur hands by being aggressive, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all he does is wait to counter punch. So B Dog say, oh, I got you. There you go. B Dog say he told Edwin he was gonna F him up. He said the only thing that got effed up was my sleep schedule. I ain't lying, man. I stayed up late as hell to see that show.
Right there.
I stayed up late, man, watching this shit, man. I was so pissed off, man. I was like, I couldn't believe it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I really respect, you know, Shakur's skills. He just got to, you know, he got to show it in the ring, man. He's gonna have to show some heart because now people are gonna question his heart. And like the announcer said to him last night, he said, now people are gonna look at this like it's a weakness. And he told me something, I love it. You know, I love it. And you know, and him building this love-hate relationship with the fans, and he's not an exciting fighter, you know what I'm saying? So I guess what he's gonna want everybody to hate him and want to see him lose while he fight like this. You're not Floyd Mayweather, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't have it like that. So I just don't understand why he's going this route. You know what I'm saying? And you know, people don't want to see that kind of shit, man.
It's like he just want to talk his way into a big fight. Like keep fighting and making it and fighting this way, and then keep calling out and try to talk my way into a big fight. But when people say business of boxing, if you ain't bringing the business, you're not finna get the fight.
Let me see. Julian Romley says, how do you mean a fighter of that level? He said this was the first time Edwin fighting a 12-round fight. What I mean by, you see, like when you see certain fighters, even journeymen, you know what I'm saying, and you see their skills, right, in the ring, right? And you could tell if a fighter's athletic, he's fast. You can see, you know what I'm saying, how he punch off the counters. You can see how his foot speed. You know, he'll give certain fighters a problem. You know what I'm saying? He's a pressure fighter. You know what I'm saying? He's not a scary fighter. You know what I'm saying? He don't mind taking punches and stuff like that. So when you see somebody who kind of stand out from the crowd, and that's what I saw in Del Santos, he looked like he's a rough dude. If he want to be, he could fight. He could either bang, he could box, and he showed you that he could box. You know what I'm saying? Even Stevenson gave his defense, you know what I'm saying, a lot of credit last night. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, a lot of people can't be in the ring with Stevenson. He'll blow him out with his speed, his athletic ability. He couldn't do that to Santos last night. So that's what I mean. And you saw the fight. So, I mean, come on. If you're a boxing aficionado, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah, that was a great point you brought out right there. And I didn't even think about it on that level right there where you said Shakur Stevenson could not really nullify Del Santos, which goes to show me that he's not on that level that he's claiming to be at. You know, that he's already just want people just to automatically give him the crown, and he hadn't showed any type of fights for us to award him with that mantle right there of being one of the all-time greats. To me, right now, really, he's just a little bit above. He's a champion. Don't get me wrong, but he's I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to call him a champion, especially after that performance. He won.
Right. I mean, when you win a belt, you know what I'm saying? You want to fight. You want to see a fight for it. You want to make sure that these are the two top guys, you know what I'm saying, in that line of belts. You want to make sure that those are the two top guys, and it's going to be tough. Like whoever take the belt from Matisse, it's going to be rough. You know what I'm saying? When you go through a Matisse or somebody like that at 140, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be a fight. Nobody's talking about fighting Matisse. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to go around Matisse. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you want to make sure that these guys are the best. And right now, you can't tell that because you're getting performances like this, you know?
Where you got those guys, like you said, Matisse, and then you also got guys like Gary Antoine that been up there. You got guys like, you know, Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez who just going to come and just jump straight in front of the line. But hold up, you ain't fought these guys up under you. I think these guys you jumping in front of, they actually beat you. And that's why I have a issue or a gripe with the sanctioning bodies, how they just allow these guys just to come from other weight classes and just jump right in the front of the line as though you can beat all the guys that are up under you. You have not done that yet. And those rough guys like the Matisses and the Gary Russells, those are tough outs. And they're not going to get their shots because these guys are going to find a way to circumvent, find a way to get around fighting these guys because they don't want that type of pressure in their life.
Now, wasn't Gary offered the Matisse fight, or was it Regis Prograis? He was offered one of those fights. I mean, that would be a hell of a fight. Matisse and Gary Russell, that would be, man, that would be a hell of a fight, bro. I mean, I just want to see them get it on. And nobody's talking about Devin Haney and Regis Prograis. Why nobody's talking about that fight?
They was at one point, but the thrill it just went away.
Who you got in that fight?
I got I would like Regis to win, but I think Haney gonna get it.
Mm-hmm. I think Regis a little bit long in the tooth. And I mean, if you look anything like he did, you know, from his last fight, and he can't cut off the ring, he's not more explosive. He ain't gonna beat Devin. You know what I'm saying? Too slow. You know what I'm saying? Who's real? He said Shakur should have took that opportunity to practice staying in the pocket. And you know what? It could be also that he might be overtraining because he stays in that damn gym. You know
what, Paul? I was thinking, I know that's his image, but maybe he didn't train properly for this fight. Like, I know that's his image. Oh, he stay in the gym, but maybe he was hurt. He couldn't try. Like it could have been anything, but he just didn't look. Even though he was being defensive, he still just didn't look that great. Didn't
he look shriveled up? You saw the bones in his face.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He looked like he was like dehydrated or something.
Drain.
You know?
Probably drain to make the weight.
Well, he said he made weight early, but you never know. He says, what's it say? Bird game. He says Bird game. He says he has one more fight on Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Bob gonna re-sign his ass. He said Shakur disrespected Jamel Herring like he was less than a man, but he won't do that versus a dude that can put him to sleep. Homie is right. He's a bully that needs every advantage, just like Bud Crawford. Mm-hmm. Jonathan Park, he say he had everything to gain. This was a championship fight. These narratives got to go.
I
I
mean, this
mean, they
could have
say
been
he
the
was
break.
injured, so he also won a championship fight with one hand. If you want to look at it from that perspective,
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was an amateurish type performance. If you like amateur boxing, that would have been a great display of amateur boxing right there.
good,
Just
good.
basically just outpointing the guy. But this is the pros right here. We want to see this is the hurt business. We ain't trying to see somebody outpoint somebody to a championship. And then
Well, like Cooking with Frank say, he said you can't hurt him because he's never close enough for you to hit him. And saying, who wants to chase somebody down, the whole fight, somebody a little jumping bean, and who wants to run you down, man, to have to engage, the pocket constantly moving around the damn ring. He says the ref should have taken points away from holding too much. Yep. But you know what? They kept saying they were acting like Del Santos was holding, and I thought Stevenson was he was the one initiating the clinch. To
man, that's
me,
that A side, man. That's that A side, brother.
mm, mm.
Hey, you know what I would do if I was trying to get a fight with Shakur Stevenson, I would probably go on social media and I would have myself chasing chickens around. Like I'm getting ready for the
You know
Shakur
that Rocky,
Stevenson fight. That way, yeah, that way
you know,
I can nail this guy. I know if I can catch this chicken, I can catch Shakur Stevenson. And I just keep taunting him and just keep, just ragging him, just trying to make him look bad and just try to goad him into a fight with me.
it's like these dudes they don't have no pride, man. Crawford he done dropped the IBF, and Boots is still dogging his heels. He said he still want that Crawford fight, and even though he's fighting Errol. Did y'all see that picture of Earl, man? He, said looked like he's still a little heavy. Did y'all see that? And I don't know how old it was, but I think maybe a week ago he came out with the dog where he was messing with this dog. I think it was like
That's an old photo right there.
Mm.
Yeah, he had all the pink shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an old photo.
I mean, man, my spirit went down, man. I'm like, God damn. I was like, what you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? You just got your ass whipped. You need to come back like Superman. You need to go into the hyperbolic time chamber. You know what I'm saying? And get 5 years up in there, come out swole.
Yeah.
Cooking with Frank says, he says Shakur doesn't have the heart. Says granddaddy can't teach him that. He says these young boys are getting exposed just like Devin in his corner talk. He said about
I agree.
daddy. He said about daddy. He knows what I'm doing, dad.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Preach.
Yeah,
That's
that I mean, but it shows you that boxing is mental, man. You know what I'm saying? What they said shit's like 80-90% mental, and you know what I'm saying? That shit is real.
You remember
Somebody can hit
Andre
your ass in the
Darrell?
neck, you be thinking different.
Do you remember Andre Darrell?
Andre Darrell.
Yeah, Anthony Darrell's brother. They twin brothers.
Oh yeah.
Well, he had his granddad in his corner too. His granddad was in his corner too, and that's
Man,
kind of like a lot of these guys that I see that complaining in the corner. One thing about Andre Darrell, he was a great talent, but he didn't like rough treatment. I remember
man.
him complaining to his granddad, to my granddaddy, they cheating and all this stuff. And I
Wasn't
mean,
that
come
him?
on.
That was him in the Super Six, right?
Yeah, to my granddaddy, they cheating.
Yeah, and this nigga went in the fight. He always has some kind of awkward ass accident, right? And I think it was what was that German guy, Arthur
Abraham.
Arthur Abraham, and he was beating Arthur Abraham, and then this motherfucker slipped and like ripped all his damn nuts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, like every time you go out, or he'll be at the end of the fight and his whole eye socket or nose or bust and it'll end the fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, every time I watch that dude,
Man,
he have some
that dude was talented, man. I told him I had all the gifts in the world.
You think so, man?
He was fast. He was fast. He moved around. He was just missing something.
He's too accident prone for me.
Yeah, he was missing something.
I'm telling you, he be going good in the fight too. You know what I'm saying? And boop, you know what I'm saying? His eye fall out his head. I'm like, God damn. It's like, go sit your ass.
What's your take on December 23rd, the heavyweight clash, Saudi Arabia?
Who for? Oh, talking about Ugas and
No,
I mean,
the heavyweight clash of December the 23rd over in Saudi Arabia. All the heavyweights fighting.
okay. Well, I mean, I kind of been out the loop on that. I haven't been watching heavyweight.
What?
What? Ain't Deontay fighting Anthony?
Joseph
Nah.
Parker. Nah, they fighting on the same card, but they not fighting each other.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
I
thought
don't
you knew
like.
about that, man.
I don't like these heavyweights, man. I don't like none of them.
You
I
don't like
don't.
none of them?
I don't like except for Deontay Wilder. I mean, I
Well,
don't.
see, you had Wilder on your
Wars. I mean, I
picture
know
while
who they
talking.
are. I know who they are, but they just suck, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I mean, look, what's his name? Just got knocked out by a Chinese dude, bro. Come on, man.
Oh yeah, Zane.
Tyson
Big
Fury
Zane.
just got knocked out by an MMA fighter, bro. Come on, man. It's like, bro, our heavyweights, man, come on. Huh.
Yep.
Well, I can't.
Man, ever since they let Fury cheat, it's been downhill from there.
Oh man, like, man,
You know what? I'm gonna blame that. I'm gonna blame that on you. One thing, Tyson Fury is a product. The only person you can blame for Tyson Fury is Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder would have took care of business the first time they fought, Tyson Fury would not be in existence.
Oh, Jack Reese. If we would have had another ref instead of goddamn Jack Reese. You know,
hold on. Hear me out. The reason why I say that, because Deontay Wilder was the one who won't run. Deontay Wilder is the one who won't skip rope. Deontay Wilder is the one who tell the trainers when he want to train. Deontay Wilder calls all the shots in his training camp. So, you know, they took Tyson Fury for granted. They figured, oh, he been on the couch. He's fat, out of shape, cokehead. You should be able to knock him out. No problem. Deontay Wilder created Tyson Fury. He should have left him on the couch. You know, if Deontay Wilder went in there and train like he's supposed to and stop trying to not skip rope, don't want to run, don't want to hit the heavy bag, telling the trainers what to do, then he would have knocked out Tyson Fury, and it would have never been no chance for it to be any controversy because he would have got him out of there.
That's the whole human element of boxing. You know what I'm saying? You're not, you know, some of these guys, you know, it's almost like Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? He used to have to keep making up excuses and lies in his head, you know what I'm saying, to motivate himself. And, you know, once you've been winning for so long, you see like Deontay Wilder, you know, he fell in love with that right hand because it was getting rid of everybody. And that, you know, sometimes you need other wrinkles to your game. Not everybody going to fall to your, well, you know, that everybody did fall, but, you know, saying like Tyson, you know what I'm saying? He thought he was just going to knock out everybody, but you still need your stamina. You know what I'm saying? You still need to train and have your stamina. You still need your other skill set just in case, you know what I'm saying, what you do don't work, you know, and you know, and Tyson was a small heavyweight, you know what I'm saying? And Deontay Wilder is a small heavyweight, you know, only he was like 212, something like that, fighting him up with 6'9", damn near 300 damn pounds. You know what I'm saying? Something got to give, you know, so he can absorb a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Including, you know, with the other things he had going on inside the system.
And see, that's what you just alluded to is the skills. He didn't take time to develop those skills, because if you being a shorter man, that means automatically I should try to work this guy's body. You see what I'm saying? Because I got a big target in front of me, 6'9". If I get in there and try to develop them body shots, where I can, you know, guys like Lennox Lewis, Holyfield, your Ray Mercer, Tommy the Duke Morrison, you know, the Burt Coopers, those type of guys, you know, Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes didn't go to the body too much, but he had it. He had skills that if he needed to go there, he can work there. You know, you Ken Norris, and that's one thing that Deontay Wilder lacked, his body work. If he would have been able to, you know, capitalize on body work more against Tyson Fury, he wouldn't have had no problem against that guy, man. He never worked on those things. Like you said,
he tried it. He tried the body work. He just, you know, when you got one training camp and it's not the muscle memory, you know, saying you don't have him 10,000 hours in there. You know, he was going to the body and stuff, but he just got Tyson hit his ass and his punch resistance, you know what I'm saying, wasn't there, and you know, destroyed his equilibrium, and he was extra heavy, come in extra heavy, you know, it was just too many things he was trying to, you know, adjust to, and you know, he ended up just getting phenomenal, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, he's the heart, though. You know what I'm saying? He got the biggest heart in boxing, really. Let's see. Cookie with Frank said Tank has that torque on his punches, so he fully commits when the time is right. He said Shakur, Devin never commit fully, so they don't get the KO. And I think even if they committed, they ain't gonna knock nobody out. I don't think they got power like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they got that kind of power. But I am interested to see what Devin looked like at 140 though. He look big. He look
It
big.
look like he ain't gonna be 140 long.
He eating that goddamn Walmart chicken.
Man, that boy looks you. I'm like, Devin, you must gonna have 2 fights at 140 and you going to 147.
His head big as hell.
No future at 47.
His head big as hell. I'm looking at the damn photo. I was like, God damn. That boy head big. It went from being small. I hope he ain't
His head was small. He did have a little small round head.
Yeah, now he got a damn motherfucker looking like what them pit bulls they be putting that steroids in. The motherfucker got them necks.
Oh yeah, them bullies, them American bullies.
Yeah, his head just done got big as hell. I'm like, God damn, Devin.
That Manny Pacquiao head.
Oh my, that's what I'm talking about. I'm like, but what you doing over there, boy? You must say, give me that Terrence Crawford. Give me that Terrence Crawford package. He says, he said Gary Antoine watches Shakur. You know.
That's right. That's right, Frank. That's right, cooking with Frank.
He should make that fight. He need that type of fight to redeem himself, in my opinion.
There, Top Rank ain't looking for no challenges like that.
Not like that.
And if this was his last fight, he may not get re-signed by Top Rank.
I think Top Rank will re-sign him.
You think so?
Ain't nobody gonna want him.
I think that's why Bob lined him up like that. Because if this one of your top prospects, why is he fighting on a Thursday night?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why I say I don't. I could build a house in Beverly Hills. God damn it.
And you want Devin to pay you 50-50 split? You want Devin to fight you for undisputed and pay you a 50-50 split? No.
Let me tell you something. The reason he like Lomachenko is because Lomachenko cheap. He don't complain about shit.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? He take whatever it is, Bob paying him, and you'll never hear Lomachenko complain about no money.
Hey, $1 million, that's a lot of money, man. $1 million, 1.5. That's all Lomachenko need. Give me 1.5.
Where you from? Lithuania? You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money over there.
Give me 1.5. I'll fight anybody. That's all he wants. 1.5.
God damn, that's a lot of vodka, boy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why he won't fight Shakur.
Because
they probably gonna line that up. Shakur
beat Loma ass right now. I don't. That would have been a good fight, maybe 3 years ago. When Loma still had that speed, and I mean, he still got some, but he could pivot on your ass and shit like he playing basketball, and he could do all that weird athletic shit. That would have been a Dragon Ball Z fight. You know what I'm saying? That would have been a good ass Dragon Ball Z, because they would have been all over that motherfucker just chasing each other. That would have been good skill fight.
So you don't want to see a rematch between Del Santos?
I do, but I want it to be different. I want De Santos to throw caution to the wind, and I want him to go through the fire. It ain't like he's a star or nothing like that. He's just a good, solid fighter. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see how Stevenson deal with that.
Well, why would I rematch you? I just beat you with one hand.
I mean, but that's the jury still.
That's speculation. That's hearsay.
Yeah, I mean, from what I see, it shouldn't have really been. It didn't seem like a real fight. You know what I'm saying? To me, the way he won it, man, like just touching this dude.
Yeah, it was an amateur fight. If you like amateur boxing, that was a 12-round amateur.
It wasn't like
fight.
no pure domination. It was just like, let me get you off balance and touch you. Like it was like a tag, like something like that. And I want to see, if you're gonna become a champion, I want to see you go out there, dominate, show you separation. Show me some separation. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about running, jumping back either. I'm talking about in your skill set, your adjustments, I want to see defense, offense. I want to see it all. And I just don't see that with Shakur. All I see is defense, speed. That's about it. You know what I'm saying?
But depends on who he's in there with. If he's in there with somebody he knows he can dominate, he's going to dog walk.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know why y'all talking about these dudes at 140, man. Shakur, He's just getting the 135, so he just
Yeah,
getting it.
I want to
Shakur
see him
gonna
fight
get
Jermaine
squat though. If
Ortiz.
he's scared to get hit at 135, he for sure ain't gonna make it at 140.
Not with no. I don't think nobody want to fuck with Sabril or Matisse, man. I mean, they should. He should be talked about a lot more. You know.
Dangerous,
Did y'all
dangerous
see Troy?
hitman.
What's his name? Troy. His performance. That boy for Top Rank. What's his name? Troy something. Man, he looked horrible. Damn, he was in one of the pre-fights to this fight with Shakur. What's his name?
Did,
Troy.
did he fight? Did he fight Brian Norman?
No, that was Quentin Randall.
Quentin Randall. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, that was an ugly ass fight, bro. Ooh,
Yeah,
that was ugly.
I know Brian Norman. He's a little kid, man.
Man, that was an ugly ass fight, bro. They came out like with the attitude, Brian Norman Jr. And I couldn't see where the skill set where he would have gave Bud any problems. I mean, I just maybe he was just fighting like that for that fight, but I was like, is this the guy that supposedly gave Bud Crawford problems? I said, I don't see it, bro. I said he must have been out the ring for a long time. So Javon says, speed kills time and beats speed. Yep, that's what they say all the time. He says, Cooking with Frank says it's hard to fight a coward pool. Laugh out loud. He says harder to beat them than a guy who wants to fight. Yeah, I just named you a few of them with that Karen dude with Jerron Boots Ennis. And Jerron, I mean, we never seen Boots look like that. You know what I'm saying? If dude don't want to engage, that's what you're gonna look like.
Hey, what about that Rigondeaux fight? That one that set the record for the lowest amount of punches.
Oh my God, bro!
But this fight is number 2. The second one, it's right behind it.
Oh man, that Rigondeaux fight was so bad, bro. And oh man, that's probably one of the worst fights in boxing history, right there. I just thought that sucked, bro. I was like, what, man? Rigondeaux need to retire or something. He need to go sit his old ass down. And then when he went out there and did that performance with Loma, oh man, I mean he had everybody hyped up and shit, man. I was like, and I really didn't consider the size because I thought Rigondeaux was so skillful. And man, size matter, bro. We just saw that with Jamel and Canelo. And no matter how many times we get titillated thinking that the smaller guy is going to go up and do something. You know what I'm saying? That the bigger guy always smashes, the little dude.
Not all the time though, man. We talked about Roberto Duran and the Iran Barkley.
But those are special. Those are special.
Yeah.
That Duran is different.
Yeah, man. Special
He's a
guy,
different.
Man.
He's a different breed. That nigga's a dinosaur. He's a what they call him thing, caveman. That dude is a caveman. That dude could take a beating, man. You could drop him off a 30-foot floor, right? And he could land on his head. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be no problem, bro. That dude get up like nothing happened, man. That's how tough Roberto Duran is, man. I mean, just that dude's a beast. He says, Cooking with Frank says, I think I read that. Yeah, I read that. That Cash Crypto. What's going on, my brother? He says, if Valdez hurt Shakur to the body, there's a good chance. Yeah, I mean, Tank could beat him, but can't Tank catch him? That's my thing. He, if he ran from Santos, man, I mean, he's really not gonna let Tank hit him. He's gonna try his best the whole fight. You think he can be jumping in the front row back into the ring? You know what I'm saying? Really? You know what I'm saying? Because Tank hit hard as fuck, man. I mean, he's fast, he's dangerous, and somebody as jumpy as Shakur, that'd be an ugly ass fight.
I think Tank can knock that boy out cold, man.
Yeah, if he engaged, Tank is
set him in a trap, put him in a trap.
That's what he would have to do, But Shakur is shameless. He is shameless. He showed you that this last fight. He ain't got no shame. He'll stand there and just wait for you to throw a punch. He'll stand there and wait. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll be a boring fight. I think Tank he'll be killing himself trying to catch that kid, And And I think he'll be
I
touching.
think Tank will be able to track him down, man. Me personally, I believe Tank gonna be able to track him
Man,
down.
Shakur just wants you to get off balance so he can throw punches. He ain't gonna throw shit.
He ain't gonna throw nothing. He ain't gonna throw nothing against Tank. Cause Tank a good counterpuncher too. You see what I'm saying?
Tank got real fast hands.
Tank got
But
skills,
you know what,
man.
though? But you know what? Tank could go through the fire on your ass. That's the thing.
Ain't gonna be no fire though. You see what I'm saying? Shakur ain't gonna open up against that boy, man. That's just gonna be like a track meet for real. But like you say, Tank gonna set them traps for him, gonna get him up out of there.
But he'll be scared because Tank could take one to give one, and that's the danger of that's how Shakur get knocked out, because Tank could take a shot. You know what I'm saying, to give a shot. And he'll take a shot to get to your body, to give you 1, 2 to the body. You know what I'm saying? Just like he got rid of Ryan Garcia ass, you know. He got comfortable and got bold and then start opening up. And Tank just destroyed his ass, man. Just went straight to his body.
Yeah, I mean, set in the pocket, just perfectly timed shot, man. Tank got great eyes. Got great eyes.
His boxing IQ is underrated. I think yeah. He said Jonathan Paul says Tank may even make Shakur start crying real hard in the ring, take his gloves off, leave the ring, and I'm serious. I can see Tank beating him that bad. Shakur is not a level a level, in my opinion. You know, we got to see it's been too long for these guys to have been around each other for them to not have mixed it up by now. You know, they've been around for too long, and it's like just now I mean, this guy, how many fights he got, and he's just getting around to fighting some good competition. That's why we don't know how good they are.
Well, Shakur's not getting any of those fights next. The Tank fight is off the table. Devin Haney fight is off the table. He's going to have to fight those guys that's up under him. He's going to have to defend his belts with those guys that are ranked in the 135 division. You know, because like I said, right now his stock is too low right now. It's like being on Wall Street. You're trying to sell some stock that nobody wants to buy right now. We got to wait till that stock comes back up.
I mean, if you're talking shit like that, man, I mean, you got to come in there and do some damage, man. You know, if I was Shakur, man, I would have came up and just slapped the shit out of him or something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to come in there. I mean, if you're going to be talking shit the way he talking shit, and you had a bad performance like that, tell him to run it back, something. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, though. You can't. Who gonna pay for it? The network got to put the money up.
Well,
like, if me as a network, I'm gonna pay you half of what I paid you the first time to run that.
Well, I'm just saying, if you like Floyd. If he had like a controversial win or something, Floyd always say run it back. You know what I'm saying? Let's run it back. If you thought he did that well, run it back. And we don't see enough of that nowadays. Guys are just happy just to get by, and that is pissing me off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that means you don't have the competitive spirit of your name. You know what I'm saying? To ring in the streets as a real champion. You just happy to be getting by. To scrape by. You think Shakur gonna fight that dude again? Hell no. He saw how fast that man's hand was. He could feel his power. You know what I'm saying? He felt the threat, the pressure, the mental pressure that Del Santos was putting on him. Yeah. He don't want that, man. That's too much.
But plus Bob not gonna foot the bill for that fight either, man. You know Bob, man. I'm not gonna pay you $1 million. If you want to fight that guy again, I'll give you $200,000. That's it. I'm not, because he really laid an egg, man. You can't blame Bob for not wanting to foot the bill for that fight.
Yeah, that fight right there took all the change out the bottom of his pocket, man. And he don't like that. You know what I'm saying? He don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Because he wasted. He want to put on cheap fights and make all the money, but he don't want to make the big fights. You know what I'm saying? Take a risk, and that's something that's top ranked. That's their model.
He made a horrible decision. He should have fought Devin Haney. You got 3 belts. He probably would have made, 25%. It would have been, $2.5, $3 million, whatever. Mm-hmm. But this is the opportunity. And that way, if you have a bad performance, it's against a guy that's a champion. People are not going to ride you so hard because that basically would have been a 50-50 fight. Mm-hmm. Instead of you coming in, you lay this type of egg against a guy that's a minus 1,200. that was your Arturo Gatti Floyd Mayweather moment.
Man.
You were supposed to do that to him, and you didn't do it. A 1,200 underdog.
And see, I would have had more respect for Shakur if he would have went out there and got knocked out and just put on a good performance, a great performance, and you know what I'm saying, he would have got clipped. I mean, I wouldn't have thought no different of him than I think now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if he would have went out there, I would have saw the heart, I would have saw the talent, put the use. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always get better after you take a loss. I mean, a loss don't mean shit. I mean, you learn something. You took a loss. The guy, you know what I'm saying, something not to do. You know what I'm saying? These guys are so worried about making the bag off an undefeated record. That undefeated record don't mean shit. That just it could mean that you're not fighting top dudes. It could mean a number of things. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it means, you know what I'm saying, if you take a loss, you know what I'm saying, you know where you need to get better at if you're fighting good competition. So, you know, a lot of these guys are not doing that. So they don't know where they stand. And so after you know, build your name up, now you're afraid of taking those big fights because, you know what I'm saying, you're not used to taking risks. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're seeing. You know, says these guys don't want to go. They don't believe in themselves like that because they don't really believe in them. They could beat everybody. They're afraid of getting in there and showing the world that, you know what I'm saying, that they the best. And it's not about that now. It's about making a bag, and it's about getting more money and fighting lesser competition. And, you know, that's just kind of degrading the sport. Like everybody can feel it. You know, so when we do get a good matchup like we saw last night and we get a fucked up performance, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, bro. It's like, man.
It really makes you want to reward the guys like Robertson and Demetrius.
Exactly.
It makes you want to reward those guys more because those guys probably didn't get paid a fraction of what Shakur made, and they came in and they gave the fans a good fight. And you seen the desire, you know, you seen Robertson over there. He was praying that the decision was going his way. Had his eyes closed over there, praying that they raised his hand. He really, really wanted to win that fight. He could have quit, but he didn't. He got up twice.
He did. I mean, look how many times he went down, man, and he got right back up and fought like he hadn't went down. And that's boxing, bro. He fought like he hadn't went down, and you can see it wasn't nothing in his punches, but then every now and then he would pop Navarrete with a good shot. And it was like, damn, like he's really, really giving it his all, and I appreciate that. You know,
they're going to run that fight back, and I would like for that fight to be a main event right there. Let those guys run that back. Let it be a main event fight because I think they deserve it.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. The goddamn women be fighting better than these dudes at the top. The women boxing, they be getting it in. They be blood. I mean, you be seeing blood being you know what I'm saying, drawn in those fights. They be really going at it, bro. I'm like, man, I mean, it'd be like this little itty bitty Hispanic woman and this is 5'8" white girl, and boy, they be going at it, bro. He's like, damn. You know what I'm saying? That'd be some good fights. You know what I'm saying? Watching them women go at it.
Oh yeah, they scrap pretty good, man.
Yes, sir, man. I mean, they don't, and it ain't no fill out shit either. That's what I like about women. But it don't be a long fill out situation. They come out there throwing them hands, bro. Like they be trying to get straight to it, bro. She says Jamel gonna get stopped. Says he's on drugs and they want him to be humiliated. And you got a point, you know. They never did like those Charlo brothers. And it's a long game, you know what I'm saying, when you're talking about sports and boxing, you know, there's a lot of people want to see them boys humiliated. And, you know, to me, that's why I was so angry with Jamel. You know, and them brothers, you know, they cashing out right now, you know.
Yes, all they doing is just cashing out, man. And this, like I said, that Canelo fight, he could have definitely put on a better performance than what he did, man. I mean, he showed Canelo too much respect. And the thing about it, you know, he landed punches on Canelo, but he just didn't follow up with anything. You know, he just gave him too much respect instead of going there to try to put some hurt on the guy. Because Canelo's face was messed up at the press conference. So that let you know he landed some shots on him.
Well, I think with Canelo, saying he's a special case. I think they allow him to do everything he need to do because he never get tired now. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying? I
yep.
mean, it kind of like Tyson Fury. Like he only gonna train for the big fights, and they're gonna allow him to get away. He fights when he wants to, right? So he can get ready for all the tests. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, just the last fight, you didn't look like a B class fighter. You know what I'm saying? Now you look like Godzilla, King
Well,
Kong. You know what I'm
Tyson
saying?
Fury embarrassed himself against Ngannou.
Then I see, it's like Holyfield. He fights up to the competition. You had scrubs giving Holyfield, life and death situation fights, but when he fight Tyson, he goes out there and beats the crap out of him. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just weird. It's like they get ready for the big fights, but those little in between fights, the Otto Wildings, and what was
Yeah.
that other guy name? I can't remember his name.
Luis
Arnold
Ortiz,
Swanson, Tom Swasser, or
No,
whatever.
Hellenius.
Schwartz. Yeah,
Schwartz,
Schwartz.
and yeah,
Yeah.
these guys be giving him hell now. These guys be
Uh,
fighting him to life and death, but
Steve Cunningham.
Hellenius gave him an issue. Remember when Tyson Fury fought Hellenius?
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. He,
and I think boxing, for me,
mhm.
I've always said this when it comes to boxing specifically. Um, it's kind of like basketball in a sense where a fighter's gonna lose or lose to a team is gonna lose to a team they're not supposed to because they're just expecting to just walk through them,
Yeah,
and then they make it harder on themselves than it needs to be instead of just wiping the guy out faster. Like that's what
you
happened
mean
with
like you mean
that's
like
what happened with
underestimating
Tyson.
them or something? You mean like underestimating them or something?
Yeah, yeah, that's what happens with Tyson. I think Tyson Fury specifically is that when he gets into these like in between fights, he
Hmm.
overlooks these guys because he's so focused on the bigger fight that they give him a harder matchup than it needs to be.
I don't think Tyson Fury be training like that.
I don't know. Never thought he was that
Tyson
good to begin
Fury.
with.
I mean, think about it. Tyson Fury is the biggest man in boxing. There's nobody bigger. I'm talking about size wise. There's nobody bigger than Tyson Fury. If you look at every other weight class, there's a weight class except for heavyweight. Heavyweight is the only place where you could be, 80 pounds heavier than your opponent. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I feel that they should, for guys above maybe 230,
Hmm.
or not 230, maybe at the max 250. They should create a super heavyweight division for these guys because they're not everybody, like when you look at the reason why Deontay struggled a little bit with, because he's not strong enough. Like when you look at Deontay, he doesn't have that muscle where he can push off a guy like Tyson Fury. And like
I don't think nobody has that. He's the biggest. He's literally like a Nephilim in boxing. He's like he's a damn Nephilim.
I think
Like they
Big Bang
like
Zane will probably knock him out, man.
God destroyed the earth because them some bitches was everywhere. They too big. They monstrous. He's a huge human being. You know what I'm saying? He's the biggest dude in boxing. So if he leans on you, that's taking half of your energy. It's like
pull counter. I joke around. He's the same. I always say this with Tyson Fury. He's the same. He's the same size exactly as the Big Show. Like, no, he's the same size as Braun Strowman. If you know who that, if you ever watch WWE, like he's the same size as like these
Andre
guys who
the
are
Giant.
6'8".
I'm gonna put like Andre the Giant or something.
But see,
That's
No,
way.
but
That's
I've read somewhere Tyson Fury is not 6'9" like they make him out to be.
he's
actually
6'7" and a half. He's 6'7". And
Why do they
I
add?
believe-
That's what I'm wondering. Why do they add a weight? Why do they add height to him when he's not actually that tall?
yeah, just to make it
it's
more
just part
impressive.
of show business.
So big,
You
he's a
know.
big guy. I think
Yeah,
Alexander Usyk is going to beat Tyson Fury he's going to handle Tyson Fury no problem. I got Usyk winning that fight.
Did you see when they put their heads together, bro? All that meat. Oh my
I seen
god!
that.
I was like, they got
something. And it's hilarious. People think Usyk is going to allow Tyson Fury to lean on him that whole fight. Like, what is that line of thinking, Pull Counter? Why do you think fans think that Usyk is going to allow him to just lean on him the whole fight?
Because Tyson Fury got dirty tactics, and they think that Usyk is a light hitter, and Tyson Fury he's very streetwise. He's a street boxer. He's a thinker in the ring.
He's like an octopus.
Mm-hmm. So when he grab you, and Usyk gets tired, bro. And Tyson Fury, he's smarter than AJ. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna hook you behind your head, run you into punches. Now I don't know if he still got gas in his tank like that. You know what I'm saying?
Because he's a cokehead, man. He's a drunk and a cokehead, man. He can't. He's finished, man. Not only that, he's damaged. He's freaking. He's damaged goods, man. That 3 Wilder fights. Tyson Fury is. They keep talking about Anthony Joshua's chin. Tyson Fury has the absolute worst chin in the heavyweight division. There is not a chin that's worse than Tyson Fury.
Can you guys explain to me, Pull Counter? And I never got your name.
Coach Eddie, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother?
Coach Eddie and Pull Counter. Can you guys explain to me why the referee in the fight with Shakur and Edwin allowed? It seems like he allowed him to tie him up, but when Edwin tried to engage on, and then they blamed Edwin for like not engaging.
Coach just answered that. You know what I'm saying? Not too long ago. What you said, Coach?
Said A-side, man. A-side treatment.
Which is BS. There shouldn't be sides. For me, that this A-side BS is screwing up the sport, to be honest, because the referees and judges treat fighters differently.
They do. Yeah. And also, I mean, you got to be crazy now to not understand that there's an A side and a B side, and you talk about top rank. You know what I'm saying? The system they're behind one of the fighters, right? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna push, one of the fighters, the fighter that's supposed to win is Shakur. You know what I'm saying? So if it's gonna be a close decision, or if anything, the ref can do, like I don't know if you ever seen that Kell Brook fight when Errol fought England, and you saw the how many times the referee let Kell get a breather. You know what I'm saying? It was about 3 or 4 times he seen what Kell was about to. He would have got knocked out earlier in that fight if it wasn't for that ref.
And I said this, like, I think, did this referee have any experience in championship fights? Because it seems like he was a young guy, and this is why I think a guy like Jack, I forgot his name, Jack
Reese.
Jack Reese would have allowed. He wouldn't. The best referee is when you don't hear about him getting involved and ruining the fight and stuff like that. And Jack Reese would allow Edwin to fight himself out of that situation. Like, he wouldn't separate them unless Shakur's just purposely hugging him.
Jack Reese brought painful too. He get involved in fights. He be stopping shit, and you know what I'm saying. He be
Tony Weeks about the worst one, man. Tony Weeks be doing it too.
He'll do
the best referee recently passed away. I've said this,
walk that way.
The best referee recently passed away in Mills Lane.
Yeah, he's a good referee.
Yeah.
Now Harvey Doc's a good ref, man. Harvey Doc's a good.
Why doesn't Harvey get a lot of respect? That's what I've always wondered. People always.
I'm gonna tell you who was a good ref, but he retired. Steele. What is his name? Steele Mills.
You talking about Richard Steele? Please don't say Richard Steele.
No, Steele. Not a white guy that was a judge on TV.
That's what I'm talking about. He went to WWE, Mills Lane.
Mm-hmm. So it's but boxing corrupt. I mean, that. Boxing corrupt. It's corrupt as hell.
Is this a fantasy, Coach and Pull Counter? I've always said, I've been thinking about this, that they should have an overarching body to control this sport.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Right there.
Oh no,
That'll never happen.
like you
Boxing
see
is
with
ran by gangsters and
football,
criminals.
like one person controlling everything.
Man, yeah, it's too much money to be made, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the Wild Wild West. It's the last place to wash all that mafia money. It's the last place to, you know what I'm saying, to make moves, big money moves and stuff, to hide money, and that's not gonna happen, bro.
So you think that's why you haven't seen the government try to regulate the sport?
Yep, yep.
We, we,
You think they're not paying those senators and putting them kickbacks so, you know what I'm saying, they can do what they want to do? You know what I'm saying? Business runs this country. You know what I'm
those
saying?
commissioners are appointed position. They don't vote on. They're appointed. They're appointed by the state legislator or the state capitol picks the commissioners for boxing. And that athletic commission is ran by the state. That's why every state has a different commission. There's no national guideline.
Yeah, that's why I'm wondering if there should be an for boxing. There should be an overarching athletic commission in the United States to avoid all this, and that athletic commission can control everything. Like you see with the UFC, it's one person, like one athletic commission with unified rules.
In a perfect world, you know, the police should respect, you know, people's rights, but you still have people getting their ass whipped by the police. You know what I'm saying? It's like in a perfect world, you know what I'm saying? That I agree. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm a young guy that I haven't got jaded. I haven't got jaded yet.
You still want to change the world, huh?
Yes, I'm in my 30s.
You still be out there fighting the police. Yeah, you don't know my rights, and that's when you get that gun butt in your head. You know what I'm saying, man? You better go and sit down, bro, on that curb.
Another reason to be tough to have, you know, a professional commission is because you got so many levels in professional boxing. You know, you got the club level where the guy's only making $1,000 for a fight. Then you got, you know, all the way up to the guy that's making $50 million a fight. You know what I mean? So it's like how do you legislate that? You know what I'm talking about?
Unionizing.
What's up? What's going on, King Judah? I ain't see you down there. Let me put the link out in case you want to come up. Yeah. It's the thing is you I don't know if you said you're pretty new, but you know what I'm saying, you missed the golden age of boxing, and that's what got us.
I started watching boxing at the end of Oscar's career.
Oscar De La Hoya. Bro. Yeah, you missed out on the Sugar Ray. I mean, I wasn't around, but go back. You want to see some good fights? Go back and watch those old ESPN classics, those black and white fights. You see,
I watched the fight with the fight I keep on bringing up is De Jesus versus Duran.
Shoot, go back and watch Ruben Hurricane Carter. Go watch him. Watch Georgie Benton.
So that was a real fighter, the guy that Denzel Washington played.
That was a real fighter called Ruben Hurricane Carter, and you go watch Georgie Benton. You know those guys like that, Emilio Griffin. You know, you got a lot of great all them old guys.
Griffin, he killed. Was it Kid Galloway? No, was he?
Benny Perrette. He killed Perrette.
Yeah, Perrette. Yeah, his name was Kid Galloway, and he called him gay or whatever.
He kept taunting him.
Yeah, he called him his name, and you know he went out there and he beat him to death, man. That was crazy.
So do you guys agree? Did you guys agree with that majority draw with Navarrete versus Conceição, or did you have Navarrete winning that fight?
I had Robertson winning that fight. I thought he won the fight, in my opinion.
No, I thought Navarrete beat him. He put him down like 3 or 4 times, man. I mean,
I had it 7-5. I had 7-5 Navarrete.
He had two 8 rounds. I mean, he had 2 rounds where he was down because he put him down like quite a few times. And,
I think it was in the 6th, 5th, and 6th. It was back-to-back knockdowns. It was in the 5th and the 6th round.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you get knocked down don't mean you don't win the fight. I remember the freaking Vladimir Klitschko got dropped 3 times and he won the fight. I mean, look at Pacquiao fight Marquez. You know, Pacquiao knocked down Marquez 3 times and it was a draw. I just thought.
But look how Marquez got up, though, man. Marquez was boxing his ass off, boy, in that fight. That was one of the best comebacks I had ever seen, man. Marquez is my man. That dude could fight, bro.
So with the training how it is today, do you think the fighters can last in 15 rounds, 15-round fights? Like if they bring back 15-round fights?
I mean, you know, it can be done because if they did it, these guys can do it, but they don't have the same intensity. They don't have the same hunger, and you know what I'm saying. You know, they got better techniques now. You know what I'm saying, as far as getting in shape. Yeah, they could do it if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying, but it would be a whole different breed of fighters in there, though. It'll be a whole different style of boxing too. You know what I'm saying? Because these guys, you know, most of them are front runners, and most of them are fighting guys that's so underskilled. You know what I'm saying? Than the top guy. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you had journeymen that was damn good. That could you know that could beat a champion. You know what I'm saying? And they would give him a shot. That's not going to happen today.
Yeah,
They
no,
built.
I can't remember. There was a journeyman that they made fun of. I can't remember which card it was. That the guy had 114 losses, like 215 or 260 losses or something like that. Like
Mhm.
it was a British guy. Like he's a professional with how much pride do you have to have before, like if you are a fighter, how much pride would you have to decide to retire, or how many losses before you decide to retire and you realize you're not that good?
Well, he getting
Well,
paid.
I mean,
That's his living. He get making the check.
and some people they just like fighting. Some of these guys, it's in their blood, you know. If you and then you know if something you good at something, you know what I'm saying, and you passionate about something, it ain't like you know you think it, you know, like we think it is, like it's a labor. You know, some of these guys love stay. Like if you see Sugar Ray Leonard, he's 70-something years old. That motherfucker's still in shape. Look at Floyd Mayweather, dad, man. Is he ripped? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
These guys,
Oscar looks ripped. Like when I
yeah.
see Oscar and like Tito, they look ripped.
I guarantee you, if Sugar Ray thought he could get into the ring and fight, he probably fight today. You know what I'm saying?
He would dominate half of the people.
I ain't talking about like on the young level. I'm talking about if he could fight like somebody from
Oh,
his
club
era.
level, club level. I thought you meant
Fight.
professional.
No, I mean, yeah, professional. If he could fight Roberto Duran and shit and get a fight in, shit, he probably would do it. Him and Tommy Hearns and
You do an
other guys.
exhibition,
Mm-hmm.
like James Tony just fought Razor Rudder up. Man, them dude, did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they just fought. It's like the thing, Razor Rudder is almost 60 years old, man. Yeah, they fought
Man,
over there.
Razor
They
Blood.
fought in
Oh
the exhibition in
God,
Jamaica.
that boy knew he had a goddamn uppercut,
Hey,
man. That's fucking
hey,
uppercut
Coach
was
Eddie, I
deadly.
have a hypothetical fight for you since you're a trainer and stuff like that. That a prime Oscar versus a prime, let's at 135, a prime Adrian Broner. Who
Oh,
wins that fight?
I'm taking Oscar all day and twice on Sunday. Yeah, I'm taking.
Over Adrian?
If you talk, yeah, I would
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
say, yeah, Oscar was a beast, man.
yeah.
Oscar was a fucking beast. But he had talent, bro. That left hook was no joke. That left
And
hook, once
you
he
got to
catch
remember he had Floyd Senior was his trainer. Floyd Mayweather was his dad, but he trained Oscar De La Hoya.
Oh,
yeah.
so wait, who replaced after Floyd went back to training Floyd Jr.? Who replaced him as Oscar's trainer?
I think Freddie Roach worked with him. He worked with a few guys. Freddie Roach. He worked with
Yeah, he kind of switched them out, though.
Nacho Beristain. Those guys like that.
It's a I brought that fight up on another platform, and they say Adrian Broner because he's a little bit bigger than Oscar, like
No,
naturally bigger.
Oscar De La Hoya went all the way up to middleweight. Man, he fought Bernard Hopkins. Oscar De La
Oh,
Hoya
boy,
is a
that
much
was
bigger
No,
a
I'm
fighter.
talking about
classic.
their natural weight at one. Like when they fought at 135, they said Broner is a naturally. When you look at Adrian, he looks
Mm-hmm.
naturally bigger than Oscar.
He's too
No,
short, man.
no,
Adrian Broner was
Oscar.
5'6", man. 5'6".
AB problem was he moved up too fast. You know what I'm saying? He should have stayed at 135 or 140. He should have stayed at one. I think he was it one. Yeah, he should have stayed because he moved. He don't have the defense. You know what I'm saying, to move up that fast. And you know when he went up to 147. Was it? Where did they fight at? They fought at 140 or 147.
He fought 47, but he fought Paulo Maldonado. That was his first fight at
No,
47.
I'm talking. He fought Madonna at 47 or 40. I think it was 40. 47.
Yeah, no,
that
that was the Madonna fight. I know that fight. I think it was his last.
He moved up too fast, man.
Yeah.
You know, he did a Fernando Vargas. You know, just moving too damn fast. You know, he should have let himself develop that defense. I think he would have got some defense. He would have been held, man. He would have been.
This is at 126. This a prime Manny Pacquiao at 126 versus Julio Senior.
Who's the other guy? Not Julio Caesar.
Pac-Man.
Oh, Pac-Man, definitely. He would have destroyed. Julio was too slow. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't. He never seen.
How about you, Eddie? You agree?
Yeah, I agree because the Meldon Taylor was giving Chavez fits into
that. Sweet Pea beat Sweet Pea beat him. You know what I'm saying? Easily, and I think they made that a draw or some shit.
Called it a draw.
It was a majority draw.
That's one of them Don King. That one of them Don King decisions right there, man.
and it's hilarious when I bring up Don King. Like a lot of people defend Don King to the hilt. When I always say that there's a track record of him ripping off his own fighters.
Mm-hmm. He come with that blank sheet of paper and tell you to sign, baby. It's over.
Tim Witherspoon, they got him.
Witherspoon.
And this is coming from Mike Tyson. Like Mike Tyson said, he never really got his full, like when he fought with Don, he never got his checks, like his full checks, like the whole purse from Don, even after winning fights from Don.
That's because they signed that contract. They know they were signing. They were signing them slave contracts and JFC with
these boxers are not highly educated. What do you expect?
Well, some of them are. You got to have your advisor or your lawyer there to read the contract for you. You know, to make sure that everything is on the up and up. But
no, most of these kids didn't go to like the majority of boxers. If you read the backgrounds of the majority of these guys, none of them went to college.
Nah, that's right. But I'm gonna tell you a great documentary to watch. If you go watch it, it's called Facing Ali. And boxing has always exploited poor people. At first, they exploited, the Irish. The Irish came over. Any immigrant that came off the boat from another country, they always took up boxing because that's why they call it the poor man's sport.
Yeah, because back then football was too expensive, so was baseball.
Yeah, I mean, but them guys wasn't making that much money, but them guys had jobs back in the day. You work freaking professional athlete and still work the freaking regular 9 to 5.
That's it.
Hey, Full Counter, I have a question. Is this an exaggeration with a guy like I've heard rumors that George Foreman punched through a big brick wall? Is that just an exaggeration to make George bigger than he actually is?
Hey, I wouldn't doubt it, man. George did some superhuman things when he was young. He was crazy. Back then, he was feeling unloved and unappreciated, you know what I'm saying? And he fought like that too. I think they got a movie out on him.
Oh, Big George Foreman's on Netflix.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let me get this. Julian Rumley says, Paul County, he says, Shakur is such a great fighter, but a guy fighting his first 12 rounds is keeping up with him skill-wise. He said Edwin is higher than we thought, or Shakur isn't as high as we thought. I think when you at top rank and you get all these showcase fights, you know what I'm saying, you preparing you get a step-up fight with somebody, an opponent with with a high boxing IQ, somebody who got athletic ability, your first real threat, somebody who could keep up with you, somebody with some speed, you know what I'm saying? And I think that was the problem with Shakur. This wasn't a showcase fight. And he couldn't make the adjustment, you know what I'm saying? And the adjustment that he made was so small that he just used his natural athletic ability to outpoint him. And it didn't look good, you know what I'm saying? He didn't look good because he's not used to facing an opponent, you know what I'm saying, with gifts like himself, kind of blessed with speed and reaction time and good foot movement. And so, when you fighting somebody like that, you know what I'm saying, now you got to make this shows your greatness. You know what I'm saying, you got to make the adjustment to beat that guy, like Floyd and Zab. You know what I'm saying, Zab was more athletic. He was more athletic than Floyd. He was faster than Floyd, but Floyd showed his greatness in being able to outthink him. You know what I'm saying? And I think we need to see those layers in Shakur. See, he's going to have to face more Santos type fighters, you know what I'm saying, to get used to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with this generation. They're not getting those fights. They just building fighters off of bullshit fights. And when they get into a real fight, this is what we see. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not used to getting in there and banging. They used to showcase fights. And so we need to see less fighter building and you know what I'm saying, get more real fights in, win or lose, but they so afraid of losing, you know what I'm saying, that they're not going to be developed like that. No.
What? But pull counter, that's the issue. Didn't Shakur had championship experience against Conceição and Valdez?
But those
That's
are small
the
guys, though.
problem.
Those guys are little, man.
Mm-hmm. He had the size advantage, man. You know what I'm saying? He's naturally.
No, but you understand what I'm saying, like
the caliber.
Yeah, the caliber.
Roman's is not a big puncher either. He's not a big power puncher. Now somebody like Navarrete, Shakur Stevenson, to pick him apart because his punches are too wide and they're too looping and they're too slow.
You got to look at the style. Shakur is sitting back. The matchmakers are sitting back and watching these guys. Top Rank got the best matchmakers in boxing.
Yep.
They're not going to put him in with Navarrete. That's a serious issue for Shakur, to be honest.
Right. Exactly. That's why he moved up when Shakur, you know what I'm saying, when he came up. Every time Shakur came up, they got the hell up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Him, Josh Warrington, what was the other little dude? Carl Frampton. They all got the hell up out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't trying to fight no damn Shakur Stevenson. The only person I respect is Loma, because Loma fought Gary Russell. He went straight at him. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you have to give Lomachenko, you got to put some respect on his name, because he did fight, since some top guys, so he's a real fighter, you know what I'm saying? He's a real fighter.
And the comparison I always had for full counter, the comparison I've always had for Navarrete is either Esteban de Jesus or Marcos Maidana.
Navarrete tailor made for Shakur.
Yeah,
he's tailor made.
I don't think so.
He's too slow.
He opened up from far and shit. He ain't got no defense. No defense.
Shakur might mess around and stop him. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, he was
the awkwardness would cause serious issues for Floyd out of his own mouth said it took him to the, I think 12th, like the 11th or 12th round to finally get adjusted to Marcos Maidana and his timing.
Yeah,
I think that's what's going to happen with Shakur.
He's a much faster fighter than Navarrete. He's much faster, more rugged. He's a lot quicker. Navarrete's slow as molasses, man, and his defense is trash. And a sharpshooter like Shakur Stevenson is gonna feel.
There's no one he can train against to, what fighters can Shakur train?
I tell you, look,
prepare for that.
Navarrete, he's 135 or 130.
130.
He said because Shakur moved up, but the guy that I want to see Shakur fight is Jermaine Ortiz, the guy that fought Lomachenko. That I thought he beat Lomachenko.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, I'm impressed by Jermaine Ortiz. I'm surprised that we haven't seen him in there with some other guys, because I think he's gotten to the point where he done mastered his boxing abilities to where he can give Frank Martin, anybody, some trouble.
He's a big guy though. That's what's the difficult with him. He's not a small guy. He's big, man. He's a really physically imposing.
He's skillful. I mean, his skills too. He's athletic. He got fast hands. You know what I'm saying? He got power, a little bit of power. He just got to work on that stamina. You know what I'm saying? He got to work on that stamina. You know, I haven't seen him in a while, but he's a damn nifty little fighter. Him and Xavier and a lot of the Mexican fighters are coming up. I thought Jose Valenzuela was going to be the shit, and then he went out there and got Falun. And I was like, God damn.
Yep. You can never tell with these guys how they match up. They match up good on paper, and then they get them in the ring together. And it's a different story.
Yeah, you know, because depending on who they got in front of them, they just start looking different, man. It's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You start seeing their weaknesses and stuff. Let me see what Julian Rumbly says. Shakur is my guy. Don't get me wrong, but I have to be honest. He said could be overtrained, like 2 Cents Boxing pointed out. And I think it's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you never know. It could be a lot of things, but he didn't look too good, man.
Nah, he didn't. Well, Paul, I'm about to get ready to get off here and go ahead and hang out, watch a few movies with the old lady, man. Thanks for having me on, my brother.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'll probably come on tomorrow too, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing a 34-hour reset. So
okay, so what time are you coming on tomorrow?
Oh shit, let me see. I'll probably start early so we can gun beat all day. Let me see, probably about 10 o'clock, because I'm probably stay up late. You know what I'm saying? So about 10 o'clock.
Okay, yeah, I'll look out for you then, my brother.
Okay, then we'll be on. And
yes, sir. Thanks, yes, sir. And I'll shoot the link over, and I'll get some guys to subscribe to your channel, man. I'll forward this.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Oh, no doubt, Coach. Don't be a stranger, man. Come on through.
Oh no, not at all. No, I enjoyed the conversation and the boxing talk.
Oh, no doubt, man. All day. I ain't gonna say all day, every day, but as much as I can.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm. Cooking with Frank.
To the chat.
Cooking with Frank says Shakur cried with his mouth open, tongue hanging like a dog. Says that tells me a lot. Pool. He said MF that cried like that got some Well, he don't like no damn Shakur. I mean, it's just his personality, man. It's like, he got all that damn talent, and he just won't. He won't go out there and give it to us, man. He won't give us, the heart. That's what's missing. We want to see the heart of Shakur Stevenson. We don't want to hear the mouth. You know what I'm saying? We got that. We got enough of the mouth. What we want to see is the heart. You calling out these guys, and we want to see you stop putting some damage, some hurt, whatever you can, you know what I'm saying? And just get that out there. Say, what's going on, Andre Smith in the building? What's going on, my brother? Boxing Magic. He says 65 punches landed for Shakur in the 12th round, 15 more than Santos. To me, Santos won. I don't think neither one of them won. I think boxing lost in this fight. This was tailor-made to be an explosive fight. This was tailor-made to be a legacy fight to go down in boxing, to see Shakur challenged, by somebody who could really fight, somebody with athletic ability, somebody with speed, somebody who could match him. And he just blew it. Just like, it's like Top Rank is like that, man. They would mess up a wet dream, bro. You know what I'm saying? That whole company is just going down. The quality of it, you know what I'm saying? They just, the matchups are just horrific, and boxing needs some good matchups, and we need some good fights from the top guys. He says, Bob already lost money on Bud. Now Shakur losing money. They need to put him in there with somebody. And that way he'll get used to, these challenges, man. If these guys keep fighting showcase fights their entire career, you got 21 showcase fights, and now you get to somebody who can actually deal with you. It's a little bit jarring, you know what I'm saying, for him. It's like, God damn, this dude here can go, man. And he's fast. You didn't see Shakur like really coming in there like that. Oh shit, my damn computer about to go out, y'all. But we're gonna come on back at 10 tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And we'll chop it up. What's up, Zach B? I see you out there, Jonathan Paul. know what I'm saying? Thank y'all for coming through. Kareem, what's going on? Man, I haven't seen you in a long time, bro. Mr. AMG, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? You know, so we'll be back tomorrow at 10. You know what I'm saying? We'll crank it on up and gonna be some more on this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I got to shut it down, man. My battery about out. You know what I'm saying? And y'all subscribe to 2 Cent Boxing. Y'all know who she is. You know what I'm saying? How she get down? Yeah, I just heard the damn sound go out. But I see you guys tomorrow. What's up, Charles? I see you down there, bro. I just scrolled up. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna beat more on this here 10 o'clock tomorrow, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming through. Check out the videos too, man. Hit the like button, y'all. God damn. Hit the like button for your brother. Shakur's weird as well. Yeah, he is weird. That motherfucker like a damn serial killer. You know what I'm saying? See you guys tomorrow at 10, man. Peace out, y'all.